Really?
Oh, this sucks.
How you doing?
Hi guys, welcome to the show. Alright. Okay.
What was
You
it?
can't do
No,
No, I was about to cuss and do all that crazy stuff.
Oh, you were gonna cut. You mean we were gonna get the real Fernando?
Yes, exactly.
Not the one that gets blamed
How
on.
much I love backup camera.
Well, this is camera number 2 for today. So,
Exactly.
and the first one was in our favorite car. Does anybody know what our favorite car is? Chime in if you know what our favorite car is.
I want to see which one.
Good morning, gentlemen. How is it going? Back to the normal grind? It is definitely back to the normal grind. It's Danny.
So much fun,
It's
guys.
Danny at DTS Customs.
Oh, that's Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Danny. Yeah.
Danny.
What's up, Arturo, by the way? Is that an F-150? It is an F-150. This is... Okay, I don't understand. Like, I figured if it says Roush, it should be cool. I mean, it's got nice exhaust, but... Anyways, no, this one is just in for... He put a single DIN in, decided he didn't like it. He didn't bother to put the radio back together. No big deal. There's his old harness. I don't know what that was at one point. That's going to be our new USB. He has the Rockford in here. I think he installed it himself just because I saw an RC in there that we don't typically use. So we're going to pull all this apart, put it all back together, and we're putting in a Kenwood, I think. Kenwood 369. Just a basic in-dash double DIN.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing fancy.
Just basic.
So has anybody guessed that right? Talking about cameras, which camera do you guys for upfront view and cameras? Believe it or not, it's a hold on. It's a pack camera, or I'm sorry, Echo Master camera.
There you go.
It's funny. I don't remember which one. We talked about this on the show the other night, and Jeff chimed in because he was there and he gave me the part number. But it's a rubber, or I think that one's a hard plastic. It's got like 180 degrees. It looks like a little fisheye, but it has this weird U shape. I'll see if I can find it, and maybe we'll talk about it tonight if I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
Got my appointment. See y'all in a month. Woo, cool.
Ooh, nice.
It's either a Keep or an F-150. It's neither one of those. The car we hate the most. It's the car we hate the most.
Right.
Yeah, which car do we hate the most? Just because it's just such a pain in the butt. Because you can't even see it. Sorry. Hey guys, I have an RV and I want to replace the Jensen head unit. The Jensen has a weird video plug for the reverse camera. It has both audio and video in one plug. Ever seen it before? Yeah, that's just your standard industrial style camera. Who you may want to call, maybe take a picture of it and maybe reach out to tech support at AMP Global. The Stinger High 10 may work with that because they have all those inputs. So those are actually, the Stinger High 10 is one of the radios that is actually made to do industrial like that. Or commercial. I'm sorry, it's called commercial. And it has the audio input for the backup camera. So you might be able to get that to work on a High 10. So take it apart, get some pictures. It's not a Honda. Viper convertible for bass. That is a good one.
That's Oscar.
Yeah, that's. I mean, dude, we did that one. I still got to put those pieces together and make my own plaque for
laser?
that. Yeah. Kenwood makes RV stereos. Not here. Not that we can get.
Ooh.
Cool thing.
Danny.
Hey, Danny got it.
Danny got
Way to go,
it.
Danny. SC430, 100%. Yeah, it came in this morning. Beautiful Monday. Full week back. First car off the books, SC430.
Ooh.
It kind of reminds me when we got back from... Where did we got back from one of the trips, and there was like that big SC430 waiting for us, and I was like...
Yeah, it never fails.
Oh, man, really? But yeah, it kind of sucked. Is there any way to adjust phase if my amp doesn't have a phase knob? Most radios, like aftermarket radios, give you 180, but other than like if you're trying to do like 90 or 85 or something like that, not really without going to like a full DSP that has phase adjustment on it. I know the Gladen does. I'm sorry, the Moscone does, not Gladen. I don't know what the Helix does for that. I've never played with that part. But yeah, I mean, if you want to do 180, obviously you can flip the wires, but that's about as far as you're going to get on that. Lexus SC430, last car to come from factory with a tape deck. I wouldn't doubt it. They suck. Bluetooth amp for my... Okay. I mean, audio control makes the cool Bluetooth adapter. You can turn any amp into a Bluetooth amp. SC430 in for speakers because it has surrounds made of hopes and dreams. You're right, but I tell you what, even that is hard to do because those speakers are, like, if you're trying to hook up to that factory amplifier, the sub in the back, like, it's not a standard ohm load, and then the speakers in the door aren't either. So it's like there's something like 16 ohm in the door and 8 in the back, and like if you can replace it, but it never works or sounds the same just because you get it wrong. The best thing to do is pull out the factory amplifier and go with something like something small like a Audison Prima with the DSP. That's kind of I wish we had that 2 ohm baby. Yeah, but they're not all 2 ohm.
Yeah.
And it depends on the year. So which we found out by doing tons of these that in some of them the sub and the mid bass all work together, and it doesn't work out. So it's not a standard Toyota. So if you ever get the chance, meter the speakers first. Would you guys be able to make a T-harness for 2016 Chevy Cruze IS? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know what harnesses they're using. But what I would recommend is heading over to metroonline.com, see if you can find the car, see if they make a 70 and a 71 harness. If they do, then that's what you could use. Also, PAC is slowly but surely releasing T-harnesses. For some reason, the upper management thought they should release them slowly, which is like dumb as shit, but whatever.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it is. It's like the one thing that we can get is harnesses, and they're like releasing them 3 at a time, like they're collector's items or something. Like, how stupid is that?
Special edition?
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Hey guys, love the videos on DSP tuning for factory radio. What do you differently for aftermarket JVC big screen? Well, the nice thing about those is, like, you don't have to worry about de-equalization, or you just start from scratch. It's you set your inputs and outputs, and from there you just start tuning because you have the cleanest signal going in. It's not much different. Actually, if you look at what we talked about on the audio control one, it's going to be the same process because we ended up going back, reverting to the factory output and doing away with the auto cleanup that it did just because it would have made our work even harder. So you just start from that point, play your RTA, play your tones, and just go from there. So it's not much different. It's just that what's coming into it is flat.
Right.
So I think the hardest part people have when they're using aftermarket radios is going into the radio and turning all the BS off. Because a lot of the times, like, they won't, especially now JVC really don't have anything to worry about because I believe they come default flat, but like Pioneer comes in powerful mode, so it sounds really cool when you turn it on for the first time. But yeah, just go in and make sure you turn off all of the preset stuff before you start. That's really the main trick for that. My ACQ1 is making popping noise. What do I do? Depends on what kind of popping noise it's making. If it's making a turn off pop, a turn on pop, just popping period. Are you sure it's that, not the speaker? Maybe crossover points. There's a lot of pops that can be made in car audio, not just popcorn. 2020 Silverado wants to swap out the corner speakers. Which ones would be best? It is the 2 3/4. Should I put a tweeter? Do not put a tweeter. If you put a tweeter, you will be sacrificing a ton of sound that the mid-range will not be able to keep up with, meaning the speaker in the door. Find a nice 2.5 inch to put in there. So obviously what we have that we're using right now, as it states, is Kenwood makes the C2, which is really nice. If you got a Dremel and some time, you could probably wallow out the hole to fit a 3.5. In which case, I'd look at something like a C3. However, it is scary, so like a C2 would work. Morel makes a middler. Also, Blam makes a bunch of 2 ohm middlers, and I don't remember what series they're in, but we just ordered a couple of them last week. I ordered some of the middlers, so I haven't had a chance to really hear them yet, but I ordered them because they promised me they sounded amazing. But yeah, stick with the 2.5-inch middler. Don't go with the kicker. No offense to kicker. Love those guys. It sounds like crap. Sorry, kicker. You should have done a better job on that one. What is the best interface for a 2021 Tundra with JBL to keep factory radio and aftermarket amp with speakers? I think right now you're just looking at the Amp Pro for that. I think you're looking at Amp Pro. I don't know if the DSR1 with AR will go all the way up to that year. If it does, obviously that would be cool because you could use the DSR1 as your DSP. If the Amp Pro will work, which I think it will, I think that's the TY13. It might still be a TY12. I don't know. I'm not sitting in front of my computer, but either one of those. So just go to iData or go to pack-audio.com. Greetings from the Ukraine.
What's up?
Ow, really? Man.
What?
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
That's rough.
I know.
Hey, my heart goes out to you. Stay safe.
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Audio Systems checking in.
What's up, guys?
It's either Junior or Javier.
Jack.
Or Jack. Good call. Could be Jack. Or
who's behind the mask?
Yakdale.
Jakdale.
Yeah, whatever. Close enough. What's up, guys? You did a how-to DSP using an RTA. Is there a more cost-effective mic for... Yeah, okay, so I get what you're asking. Is there... Obviously, you don't want to spend $600 or $700 on an RTA. Is there a more cost-effective way? Naturally, you know me. I like to give you as many options as I can because I realize not everyone has an unlimited amount of money and doesn't do this for a living. So I will give you 2 options right off the top of my head. If you have an iPhone, you could go with this guy here. This is like $150 called the iTest mic. This will plug into your phone or iPad. Comes with a lightning connector on the end. And this is a great option. You download the Studio 6 software, which is the RTA app, which is the same software we use on our IRTA2. You have this. Now, if you're into using a laptop for an RTA, Andy makes this, the UMI1, which is a full kit with CD. This goes for $199?
Yes.
This is $199. If you want to be super cost effective, you have this guy right here, which plugs into your phone. This is the Dayton Audio. Now, this would be like the lowest common denominator. Like you're just going to see what is going to happen. You could use it. It's just not going to be as good as these other 2, but it'll still get the job done. So you have the little Dayton Audio mic here. That's about $25. And then if you're an Android or a laptop user and you want something a little bit like you like the iTest mic idea, then you have this guy, which is the UTest mic. So the UTest mic is a universal mic. That is this guy. Hey, you remember how I told you we had another one of these? We have another one of these. I knew there was 2 of them. And with this one, it gives you, there's a whole bunch of. You can still use it on an iPad. You just need the camera connection kit. It works with the iOS USB-C. So this one is a little bit more universal. And believe it or not, this one is cheaper. I think this one is like $20 cheaper. So there you go. There's 4 options under $200 by a penny. So hope that works. And they all work great. We've used all of them or seen them used. Like we've never used the UMI1. We bought it because I really just wanted the test CD because it's pretty awesome. But we have seen it in use, and we do know guys that do use it, so it is a credible piece. It uses the REW software, Room EQ Wizard, which is a free software you can download to your laptop. So definitely a lot of fun there. Flash My Maestro AR for the KW660SP. I flashed it for 4.5 volts peak to gain level. Did I do that right? I'm going to go with yes. Is it loud enough? If it's not loud enough, then go back in and change that up to the higher voltage. But I think it should be fine. I honestly, don't remember. I haven't done one in a while. But speaking of iData, I hear Dirty Pop coming from speakers. Turns out it was in sync. Oh my gosh, that's bad. Speaking of iData, we did get a box from iData the other day of all the cool new stuff that they've recently just come out with, which is kind of funny because we did have a conversation with a guy the other day that was way more up to date on this than we were, mainly because we lost our connection to them. He passed away. But one of the cool things about going to Master Tech Expo is we were able to talk to those guys and reestablish our connection with them. So what is this for? This is the new weather. So this is the new weatherproof box. I want to open this real quick.
Yeah.
So that is for. So some of you guys, you want to use an RR because it works on like Harley Davidson and whatnot. But the brain isn't. Dude, I got one right here. Here you go.
I got nothing.
I got one right there. The brain is not waterproof as of right now. So they came out with a waterproof enclosure for the RR. I'm sure you can use it for an AR too, but I think, geez, you might be able to fit a DSR1 in that. But
looks like
it looks big enough, but it's definitely for an RR. So they make this new waterproof box, or if you just need a waterproof box, holy crap!
So
yeah, it's got a gasket. Where do the wires go through?
The wires go through
right
here.
there. Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. That'll work. So there you go. It says Maestro on it. All right, so they have a cool new waterproof box. That is the WPB.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on while he puts that away. New RR. They have the Audi 2006 to 2013 compatible with the EVEC and the CON versions.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Do me a favor and open this up for a second. I want to see if they changed the harness on this, or is that just?
I don't think.
I don't think they
one.
have.
It has to be.
I think it's the next
one.
one.
The new one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say you could just open it from the bottom, Johnny. You just pull it apart from the bottom. Johnny, you're too smart. Stop that.
No.
Yeah, it's still the old. But dude, it comes with everything. Holy crap.
Every single harness.
As expected from iData.
Yeah.
So, all right, so now you Audi guys, make sure to head over to, here, let's just set it to the side. We'll keep going.
Right, so this is
new Harley.
right there.
There's the new Harley Davidson kit.
Yeah.
To go with that new wiring harness, 2014 plus. So, moving on. We got a bunch of new harnesses. This is what came up the other day. Someone was asking about the SP diff connection. If they had the premium audio in their Hyundai/Kia. And so you have two. One is an A and one is an R. R is for radio replacement. The A is for amplifier replacement. But now we have both of those to play with. We'll come back to that. And there's your Hyundai Kia adapter. So A is amplifier. So this is, if the blue box, this is going to be for amplifier replacement. Compatible, there again, whatever that means. I'm sure that means. And then we have Lincoln. I don't understand this one, but I'm cool with it. So this is a Lincoln adapter for adding an amplifier. So this is an A harness, or you could use a DSR1, obviously. There again, another Hyundai Kia. And then we have the new Mitsubishi amplifier replacement. This is... I don't know which one it's for. We haven't had. And then we have the new Mitsubishi radio replacement. So if you've kind of picked up on what they're doing, where it's radio and amplifier at the same time, this is their new process. If they come out with a radio replacement, they'll have the amplifier replacement along with it. So that's cool. Another thing they just came out with, because they came out with the MFT2 kit. As well as the MFT1 kit. What year is this? 2016? This might be
2013 to 2016.
I'm trying to think if this is for the 2 or the 1. But either way, if you have that giant F250 and it doesn't fit because of the way it's shaped, this is the inside of the factory pocket. So they've made a whole bezel. Dude, look at this. Look at this. Look how insane that is. So they've made a whole bezel to replace the whole inside of the pocket. So this is a flip-up pocket. So cool. As you can see, like, here's the little metal. Is that plastic? No, that's metal. The little metal piece. And then this is the back chassis of the radio. Here's the center channel if it has it. This is your port for your USBs and stuff. That's a power port. So this looks identical to the factory. It just has this hump right here for the aftermarket radio. That's for the F250 with the 8-inch. Yes, it is. Yep. So these are available now. All this stuff is shipping currently. So if you're interested in updating your car, you can get this stuff now. There again, like I said, we just finally got back in touch with them. So we will hopefully start to get more updates on the products that are coming out.
So.
Yep. Which we did have a really good conversation with the powers that be there. And they were like, yeah, man, don't worry. We got you. It just took us a little while to catch up and get everything rocking and rolling again. Hey, but you know what tonight is, Fernando?
What is tonight?
Tonight is Monday.
Yes.
Do you know what that means?
What is
It means we have Car Stereo Talk over on Facebook.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just talked with Ant Global. The High 10 only has the standard composite video inputs. Any other ideas? Other than replacing the camera? No. Sorry, man. That was all I had. I was really hoping there. I mean, you could try a standalone screen, but that would suck. Yeah, I don't think... And there again, I don't know if anybody makes an adapter to go from that style screen to just regular RCAs. Still nothing for South African markets. Sorry. I know. Man. We just talked to a bunch of guys from South Africa.
We have a good conversation with people from South Africa.
Yes, we did. What do you think is the best budget video head unit? Why does everybody want a budget video head unit? Right now, just buy what you can get. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. If you have been paying attention, radios are hard to get your hands on. Listen, I'm a Kenwood fan. That's not to say I don't like other things. Sony's a pretty solid piece, super easy to use. Kenwood JVC, it's the same company, but I prefer the Exelon or the XR brand. It's your source unit. I mean, if you're just looking for an inexpensive radio, just buy something brand name. Okay, Pioneer, Kenwood, JVC, Sony, Alpine. The ILX W650, still a killer value. If you can get your hands on one of those, that thing's good. They have the new 407, which is pretty nice too because or 409. Might be the 409. I think it's the 409. Just added AR support, which if you need HDMI in and out, it's like the only one that has HDMI in and out. Fernando just found another bag that we didn't open last week. What's this bag? Who's this bag from? Oh, who's that guy? WC West Coast Car Audio.
Who is that?
You know who it is.
Who is that?
That's your buddy. The new SMD high level to low level adapter. Steve sent one to Fernando, so hopefully we're going to get some time to play with it. I'm sure you guys have all seen the video he did on high level to low level adapters, where audio control and kicker pretty much kicked ass, along with, of course, the Tony D.
Class AB output, okay?
There you go.
Class AB output, guys.
How did Alpine end up grouped in with some Walmart brands like Pioneer? Really? I mean, that's kind of that's not a great statement to say. I mean, I get it, haha, funny, but it's not. It's really not because, it's not a humorous statement. A lot of these brands, I could have said some second tier brands, but what makes you think, man, I don't even want to get into it. That's just a dumb statement. We'll just call it that. All right, back to this.
Yeah, this is cool, man.
All right, yeah, it is cool. I like the plastics, man. That's really nice.
Yeah.
We got to talk to his plastic people. Go to this for the IRTA straight black top gloss.
Yeah,
probably 2 years before we can get to it, but whatever. Mr. Steve Mead, yeah. Did the Halo 9 ever get updates? It got a couple, but I think the Halo. You mean the Halo 8? Oh, the Halo 9. Oh, so there is a new Halo coming out. So here shortly. Oh, what is that?
Dude.
Oh, it's got a crossover?
Crossovers.
Ooh, hold on. We'll talk about the Halo in a minute. Wait a minute. So this actually has a low pass crossover built into it.
High pass, low pass.
Oh, nice.
Band pass.
No, that means off. That just means off.
Okay.
Bypass.
Yes,
that's
bypass.
That's a bypass.
I'm sorry. I got it excited.
Wow, that's cool. So this has a high level to low level and a crossover built into it. That is pretty cool.
Cool, yeah.
That's going to be helpful for a lot of people. Cool. We're going to have to mount that to the wall just so we remember. Anyways, Alpine just replaced all their new radios. We're probably not going to see them until second or third quarter. But all the new radios start with a number 5 in them, and they are all going to be the same software. So the Halo screen got a huge update. Now it has provisions for the Halo bass knob, you can either put the bass knob on the left side or the right side, or it's a standalone bass knob. So if you, volume knob. I keep saying bass. It will do bass if you press it. But the Halo volume knob can either attach to either side of the screen. So if you want the Alpine to have a knob, it will now have that. Or you can take the Halo volume knob and mount it into your center console because it works over Bluetooth. So you can put it wherever you want in the car. You don't have to attach it to the screen. But yeah, so like if you have a car that has one of those really crappy things, or you want your car to have one of those cool volume knobs and the center console, you can now do that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so the new 5 Series adds the new software to the Alpine, and it also has a new high-res screen. So they're finally updating to the high-res screen 3 years later than everybody else. But one of the things that they did do that makes the new software pretty awesome, and if you go back and you watch our live, it might not be on there, because that was the one that got taken down. I'll have to check and see if it's still up. But some of the new features that it does have is active EQ, for all 6 channels of output. So you have left, right, front, rear, 2 sub outputs, equalization now. So you have full EQ for all of that. It's getting really close to having a true in-dash DSP. You have crossover. You have 13-band parametric on all those channels. So you have a 6-channel 13-band parametric EQ built into the new Alpine software. And that is going to be on all the new 5 Series. So it's pretty awesome. So Alpine really is stepping up their game and coming out with some really cool stuff. Well, I need to modify the packs. Amp Pro GM2 need to be modified for 2017 Chevy Cruze. That's the harness. I got to be honest with you, probably. I've never really paid attention. I would just go in and test the stuff. I don't really pay attention to the harness unless when I'm checking if I'm checking their website and it says it's compatible, then I'll check it, but it's usually right. If it says it's not compatible and it just plugs in, then I'm checking every single wire. The Maneuver 2 is better than the Tempo Ultras. Worth the upgrade. They are better. If you've already got the Ultras, though, it's going to be a hard sell because that's literally only one rung up. If you want to go, up, I would start saving for, the hybrids. That would be a better up move. I wouldn't just go lateral. I wouldn't just go up one. I mean, it is double the money, and it will be better. But I would have a hard time going, yeah, do that. I would save up and go for the hybrids. Then you'll be like, oh, Jesus. Because little jumps are hard, man. They are better, though. That's up to you. If you're like, I just want to have a Morel from Morel, because the Virtus is the first one that's built in Israel. So it is an in-house. You get the Neo Magnet, you get the 2.5-inch voice coil, you get all the cool things that Morel stand for. So if you're just looking to do it, do it. Second or third quarter of 2023. I know, right? It sucks. All right, double check. And the piece, pretty sure that, what is he saying? I don't know. Is the Halo knob compatible with the old 309?
I don't think so.
Well, no, because the Halo knob has been out for a while, but I don't remember what got the knob in. You know what I mean? I don't know, because the knob has been out for a while. Mm-hmm. So, but I honestly don't know. That's a good question. Christian's just going crazy again. Did you answer the Mitro AR flash question? Climbed out of my cab. I probably didn't answer that. It got lost. Ask it again, Rob. Hey, what's up, Ada? I did answer it. Okay, I don't know. Maybe not. All right, moving on. Maximus V2 are great for their price. Yes. Any new tools added to the arsenal? Actually, yes. But this isn't the type. Grab it. Grab your book. This isn't a tool that you use. This is a tool. One of the things that we sat through when we were at Master Tech Expo was a class taught by Tom Miller. Tom Miller is from Musicar Northwest, up there. We're up there in the cold, by our good friend Fro's house, Mr. Jason, who did a show with you that is up today. So any of you guys that missed that show, you can watch that on YouTube right now. We finally got around to putting those up. But this book is a new tool that Fernando wanted, and so I got it for him. And it's the How to Draw book. This was the book that inspired Tom to start designing with his iPad using... What does he use?
LumaFusion?
Is it LumaFusion? Is what he's using? You sure? Oh, that seems too easy. Either way, he bought this book, which is the How to Draw. And so Fernando's like, dude, I really want to get this. It's by this guy right here.
Scott.
So that's the newest tool. Will he ever get a chance to read it? I don't know. But I went to college for this stuff, so might be a cool refresher course.
Yeah, that is neat.
Yeah, I'll bring in my pictures tomorrow. I have a whole portfolio. Will iData make anything past 2020 for Chevy? iData's okay, so you gotta understand. Let's play the iData game for a minute. iData had a big hit when our friend Mark Rutledge passed away. He was the guy in charge. So it has taken them. There's a lot of things that are in the work, but when the boss goes away, it's going to take more than an afternoon to kind of get things caught up. There's a lot of things in the pipeline, and yes, there's a ton of stuff coming out. Literally, they gave us an update on what's coming out, and the answer to your question is yes, they're going to. It's just getting everything kind of got slowed down, and they're working on, dude, I can't talk about what they're working on, but trust me when I say it's going to be freaking awesome. So just stay tuned. I know that's not helping you today, but the future of car audio in their hands is looking really cool. So we're super excited about that.
Stay tuned, guys.
But yes, it is coming. Procreate on the iPad only. That's it. Procreate. LumaFusion is the software to edit videos. So it's Procreate. See? Danny was paying attention. I was sleeping, so I kept falling asleep. What's up, guys? Until they said, Dean and Fernando. And I was like, oh.
That was in another class.
No, that was that class. Oh, no, that was another class.
That was in another class.
I wasn't sleeping through Tom's class. Actually, Tom's class was in the morning. Yeah. That was the only class I stayed awake for.
Yeah. The other one, that was Jeremy Carson. And,
3D.
Yeah, and Matt Val.
As far as somebody asked about the CNC, when's that coming? It'll be much later this year. We're talking maybe third or fourth quarter before that ever happens.
Yeah,
we need to sell a lot more IRTA2s.
Yes. So go to the website,
if you're
guys,
interested in upping your game and coming out with a cool tool, don't buy a book. Buy an IRTA tool at dnftooldrower.com. Tonight is Monday night, which means we're going to be live over on the Facebook channel answering a bunch more questions. That's right. So make sure, if we didn't answer your question here, ask it there. We're going to have some fun. Also tonight, we're going to take an in-depth look at the auditor line from Focal, that's that box right there. Yep. So we're going to pull the stuff out of the box and which reminds me, I should charge that camera.
In the battle.
I need to charge the Fernando cam. So make sure you tune in. We're going to spend about 10 minutes on that. So not a lot of time. So we have plenty of time to answer your hard-hitting questions that we love doing. So you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys.
They know you stole it. Good day, or a bad day, whatever works. Hey guys, what's happening? So if you guys caught the live show last night, this was the Jeep we were working on. It's done. It has that kicker soundbar in it, Bluetooth soundbar. We also added this little USB charge point there. For the most part, this was pretty... I describe it as a simple install, but it still took many, many hours just because there's no place to put anything. So yeah, that's it. We just put this. So we added in the soundbar, which we'll play for you here in a second once Fernando gets done taking pictures of it. It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty nice. They sound good. What we did is we demoed it in the store for him just to make sure, because he was like, it's just gonna be a Bluetooth thing, and I was like, yeah, but no, this is all blacked out, man. I can tell you what color the Jeep used to be, which is green, and I know that because it has this little tiny little controller here, and we used the factory bolt to attach it, and behind the factory bolt it was green. So we have not done the Bronco yet. I know we have one on the books, I think, to come in. Yeah. There you go. All right, drive away. Happy Tuesday, Bobby.
This is really hard.
Power steering at its best. There it goes. We didn't do a video on it. I honestly didn't know this was coming in until like 5 o'clock last night. I have no idea what year Jeep it is. It's just old. And there was no factory. It was a straight metal dash. And we can still hear it playing. Let's go around front and we'll see if we can hear it coming up the road. Oh no, these sound bars are definitely no joke. All right, so let's get through here. All right. And he should be coming around. There's Hooters. I always love it when I come out this way. I feel like he got lost. A lot of road noise here. I think it captures out. The windshield does a really good job of blocking the sound on this side and reflecting it from the back side, which I think will be nice. You can tell it's playing. Look at that guy. So he's making friends already. Oh, there it is. So there you go. All right. All right, so he's making friends with somebody, not the owner. All right, so let me look at this real quick. All right, so let me find the one question. It's making a popping noise. My AC Q1 is making a popping noise when no audio is playing. That's kind of strange. Naturally, the first thing I'd want to do is kind of try to diagnose what the popping noise and where it's coming from. It's obviously high-level input. Is the source unit what's causing it? I would start disconnecting high-level inputs to find out. I'd also make sure that the power light is on all the time. Sometimes on that, the GTO sense is really particular. And a lot... First thing I would try is just try turning off GTO and running a power line in to turn it on. Some of the times with the LCQ1, the GTO causes some strange problems. So try running an accessory or just jumping it over, but you have to go in and turn it off. Go into the unit, turn off GTO, and try just using the power to turn it on and see if the popping noise goes away. That's where I would start first. And if it persists after that, maybe give their tech support a call. And it's got a 5-year warranty. So they got an awesome warranty if there is something wrong with it. Thinking of doing a single amp system with the D61200. Do you think the D61200 can power some SCAR EVL? So I wouldn't do a single system off a D61200. I would do the D5-1300. The D5-1300 has a bigger subside than the 1200. The 1200 is 120 by 6, and then it's not a lot on the subside, whereas the D5 channel, the 5 channel is bigger. So I would be looking at the 5 channel. As far as the, I don't know about the EVLs. I mean, it'll do it. Obviously it'll power them, but is it going to give you enough sound? I don't know. That's up to you. Because sound is, how loud you want it to play. Fernando knows how to drive a stick. Yeah, Fernando knows how to drive everything. That's why he drives them. What do you think about Kicker Q subs? Exceptional drivers. Big fan. I love we do a lot with the pre-made boxes on those. They sound awesome, and they're pretty cool. I got Techsport sending me a new one under warranty. Okay, but there again, I would still check the GTO because anytime we've ever had any problems with the LCQ1, it always had something to do with the GTO circuit. And as soon as you went in, turned that off, and ran a remote turn on or some form of a turn on wire, that always fixed the problem. Hello, fellas. What's up, Bill? 2008 Ford Fusion, thinking of putting 2 scars, in the rear deck where the 6x9s would have. Thoughts? They're subwoofers, and they need a box. They're not free air. So if you're hoping that you'd have to build some form of a box, which I'm assuming otherwise, they're going to think they're mid-range, where they have an infinite baffle application, which they're not going to put out deep bass. So if you want them to put out deep bass, they need to be in some form of an enclosure. And that's it. I mean, they're not going to work just back there without a chamber on them. But it'll sound like mid-bass, maybe. How do I get rid of my open door boom when opening up my F-150 in the morning? Wow, you get a boom, huh? So that's a turn-on pop. How do you have the amplifiers turning on? Like, what kind of system do you have? Because I'm assuming if you're getting a boom, because if it's hooked up high level, the high level would turn on as soon as you hit unlock on the door, because if you're using the DC offset on the amplifier. If you're not using the DC offset, I don't know. That's kind of strange. I'd have to know more about the install to kind of figure that out. Gain matching my 4-channel amp. The right side voltage is higher than the left side voltage. Is that normal, or do I have a problem with the stereo? I mean, you've watched the amp dynos, and as you can see in the amp dyno, there's a certain percentage of differentiation in power between right and left. Watch any amp dyno, you'll see channel 1 will put out, let's say, 200 watts, and you'll see channel 2 will put out 180 watts. So there's going to be a slight difference in volume there. That's the nice thing about DSPs now, because DSPs, you have level control for each channel. And even in most aftermarket radios, if they have a basic DSP, they have level control for right and left built in. So if it is a noticeable difference, you can take the left down 1 or 2. But for most part, 10 watts isn't going to be, or even 20 watts in some cases, isn't really going to be enough for you to be able to tell the difference. So then the next question is, what are we working on today? Today we finished the Jeep this morning, which you just saw, and now we're working on this guy here. And all this is getting as a basic upgrade in the sense that he's getting a new Sony radio. So we have this guy here. I just found out yesterday we're a Sony ES dealer now, so I didn't know that. Found that out. Nice thing is this was called an upside down L chassis. The true L chassis are going to be Alpine. Sony uses an upside down L chassis, and what that means is that and I'll get to those in a minute, the bottom of the screen there's nothing there, and the top of the screen has the mount, which kind of sucks in some regards, because not some of the new kits are made for L chassis. The reason why these are on there is that this is a couple things. One, this is a 24-bit system, which means it uses this old plug. This adapter that we're using, which is the RPGM11 for the 24-bit, it doesn't have the noise suppression circuit built into it that the RP5 has. So we have to do external noise suppressant so that it'll take out the digital noise, and also there's some really other weird things that it does. That these are already in the RP5s, but we didn't want to do an RP5 because then we got to worry about OnStar and bypassing it for OnStar. The RP4 automatically bypasses OnStar just because it doesn't even see it in the loop, and it's easier to program the push-to-talk features on the steering wheel control with an RP4 than with an RP5, because with RP5, you have to tell it that you're an external. Programming sucks. So to avoid having to do all of that nonsense, just use 2 SNI1s. It accomplishes that problem with the Bose system. This is only if you have the Bose system, which a Corvette, so it has the Bose. So this is kind of a workaround that we do on these, so that it makes the steering wheel control easier to interface with. And so, yeah, there's the secret. Ooh, I know, right? Anytime you do one of those 24-bit Bose systems and you have any type of noise, SNI1s will fix it. So That's why we keep them around, just for these damn GMs. Obviously, pull the amp out and you wouldn't have that problem, but we're not going to do that today. I just have the LC7i off speed wire. Okay. GTO and AutoSense defeat, still making pop. All right, so and they got a new one coming out to you. Try the new one, see what it does for you. You mind telling me what harness to use to plug into the factory harness on a 2008 Expedition? I don't know it off the top of my head. I know you find that hard to believe.
PackAudio.com, Metro.
Pack-audio.com, MetroOnline.com. Those are the two sites. That's pack-audio.com, or just type in Pack Audio, or MetroOnline.com. It's 2008. iDay doesn't go back far. That's straight. They don't go back that far. So that's where we would go to find it. You have a phone in your hand, type in one of those URLs, and you'll get the information you need. Hey, Dean, ever did a Maestro with an Audison DSP and a Ford? Is it better than a DSR-1? You know, it's funny you should ask, because I actually bought all the harnesses to do it so that I would have them, and I think they're all right here in this bag. No, we never got around to it. The idea was to just grab one of these bit, the Prima, the little tiny Prima bit 8.9, just plug it into the Mustang and go. We still may do that, but at the end of the day, which is funny, we were just talking about this because one of the things I want to do in the Mustang is I know I'm not going to get around to putting a full stereo in it anytime soon, but I want to put a DSP in it because I just want to play with the DSP and have some fun with my car. So I was like, I'll have to put a DSR-1 in it because even though I'm going to go with an external DSP, the DSR-1 does make the best preamp for the Mustang right now. And that'll give me 8 channels of output that I can then run into a DSP amp. So what I'm thinking is they make an extension cable for the AR application, which is a DSR-1, and we were just like, if I run it to the back of the car, run a 4-gauge back, we make a mini lab back there like we have in Fernando's car, and I would just plug the DSR-1 into it. We'd run new tweeter wires, and if I was going to run tweeter wires, then I'd just put new tweeters in it. And see, then it just snowballs and makes things difficult. But if you're an Audison fan, by all means, go with that. There are some limitations as far as how the Maestro works with the Audison. It uses it through... It got weird. They explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, technically it should work, but I still feel like the DSR-1 is probably the best option for that type of thing. Dean, I got a fat null around 100-ish hertz. I don't have a DSP besides moving my sub around. What else can I do? I mean, did you check the polarity on all the speakers? Just to see what's going on? But no, I mean, without being able to... You need more adjustment. I mean, you need more adjustment. You need to move stuff, so... Yeah, I don't know, huh? I mean, have you tried putting the sub out of polarity with the mids and highs? I'm sure you have. I mean, it just seems like it seems like the first natural thing. ACR2 remote, flashing blue light on knob. An ACR2? It's the clip light, because the ACR2 doesn't do anything. Does it flash it all the time, or just when it's loud? If it's just when it's loud, that might be the clip light, or it's not seated properly. Because I thought the blue light just stayed on all the time. Warrior Kicker amplifiers. What is the installation wall for sale, and what is the price? I have no idea. They don't sell a Warrior amplifier. I have a 2003 Tahoe with no steering wheel.
The Kicker Warhorse?
The Warhorse? That one? It's not for sale. I have a 2003 Tahoe with no steering wheel controls. What harness do I need? Just look for, it's 2003. That's base model. If it needs a smart harness, it's going to be Pack Audio LC GM something. LC stands for low cost. You don't have steering wheel controls, or it's an RP3. But what's up from Marisol, Brazil? MDF box or birch, which is better in terms of sound? Man, you could ask that question to 10 different people and probably get 10 different answers as far as that goes. Right now birch is super popular, so yeah, go for birch, be part of the crew. And I tell you right now, birch does smell better when you're cutting it, whereas MDF, it's like, you want to die? Adding 4-channel amp and monoblock 2016 Dodge Journey without premium sound. How do I achieve this? You're going to buy either, there again, a DSR-1 with an ART harness. It's going to be an A or a D harness. It'll be a DCH something. And or you're going to buy the Amp Pro for that car. Both of those will reflash the radio. Make sure you read the instructions on how to do that, and that'll get you 4 volts or actually 5 volts of preamp, 6-channel preamp output. So you're going to want an Amp Pro or an AR. You can find an Amp Pro at pack-audio.com. Type in make, model, and year. You can find the information about the Amp Pro at maestro.com. So either one of those will give you what you need. Hola. What's up, guys? Do you think the old school radios, such as a Pioneer 9450, that's European, is better than today's radio? The answer to the question is always going to be yes, because old radios have old tech, have old chips. New radios have new tech, new processing speed. It's just like an old laptop. Like, for example, do I want to edit video on this giant piece of crap right here? No, it's like a 12-year-old laptop. I don't want to do anything with that other than I keep it because it's how it flashes flash drive for updating radios. I want the newest, fastest processor on the market. Radios are no different. When you buy or look at an older radio, it has a slower processor. It's, are some of the internal components better? Maybe, but the ones that matter probably aren't. So, if you buy an old expensive piece, you have an old expensive piece. If you buy a new expensive piece, you're going to have a better product. I feel that's just how that works. What would you use for a Honda 2020 Accord? Depends whether it's premium audio or non-premium audio. If it's premium audio, we're looking for a DSP that has 6 channels of input. I need the tweeter, the sub, the front tweeters, and the front mids. And I need that to go out to whatever it is I'm going to be activating the system with. So I'm going to need some form of DSP. A lot of the times we use the Alpine PXE 085S or X. Either one will do the trick. It has power to power the rear speakers in the center channel, which is what you need. However, now we have access to Helix, so I could look at something like an Up 10 or go with their 12-channel amplifier. So there's a lot to choose. If it's a base model Honda Accord, you can do whatever you want. It's 4 channels of output. Get some form of a 4-channel input DSP and rock on. But you're going to want a DSP. Good afternoon, gents. 2021 Honda Pilot with micro epicenter running off GTO. When the Honda goes to automatic turn off and starts driving, I lose bass momentarily. Should I just run an accessory instead? It depends if it's the epicenter micro or if it is the amplifier in the back. My guess is it's not the micro, because the micro works off of DC offset. DC offset is on no matter what. What's probably happening is that the amplifier you've chosen doesn't work with stop-start. Stop-start, when the car starts back up, the voltage will drop below 10 volts. Amplifiers are not made to work at 10 volts. So, there again, it could be that. Or if you think it is the turn on, then PAC makes a thing called an ING3. That is ING3. And what that is designed to do is it has a stiffening capacitor in it, and when the car shuts off with stop-start, it kicks on. You can tell it whether you want it to stay on for 30 seconds or if you want it to stay on for a minute and a half. And that will keep it'll keep a low voltage thing on, such as a remote turn on, for that duration. So when the car starts back up, it stays at that. But keep in mind, stop-start, low voltage, that's your problem. So figure out what's causing that. So put a voltmeter on there and see what is truly shutting off. If the amplifier was working fine beforehand, then yeah, it might be that the epicenter micro isn't working because the power supply is going below 10 volts, in which case, yeah, you could just use an ING3 to power the unit, and that would solve the issue because it has enough power to keep things on. It was designed to keep on overheads and headrest monitors. So it's keeping on a small 5-10 amp circuits what it's made for. So that's an ING3. Oh, yeah, I gotta lock the door. It's probably feel a good idea in a ported box. And a lot of times in the ported boxes, Fernando, could you go talk to this guy? Most of the time in a ported box, we use some form of, or they use some form of batting around the inside of the box. Like you'll see that in Kicker, you'll see that in Rockford. So yeah, it is a good idea. They don't fill the box, they go with a thin padding around the inside of the enclosure. They typically wrap the whole inside of the enclosure, and those boxes sound really good. So I would say yes. Was given a Kenwood D8005 5-channel. Best speakers for sound. It's a 75 watt amplifier by 4 for the 4-channel side. You can put anything you want on that. It's a great amplifier. It's one of my favorites. We use it in pretty much every Jeep we did. The amplifier just got discontinued. They just came out with a new version of it, which I'm really kind of bummed about because I really like that amp. But yeah, put anything you want on it. You'll be fine. Dean, what's the best way to tap into a 2019 Dodge Durango for sub-amp? Does PAC make a piece for this? If it has the premium audio system, that is only if it has the... You don't have to close that. I mean, no. If it has the premium audio system in it, they make the Sub Pro, which is basically a 1-channel version of an Amp Pro. If it does not have the premium audio system in it, then you're going to have to do high level off of the front doors. For that, I would look at something like a LC1i. LC1i, which is audio controls, 2-channel, high-level input. Tap the front speakers, not the back. But if it does have a sub, then it's going to use the Sub Pro, which is really cool, makes life really easy. The other thing you have to worry about in 2019 is having ANC or fake noise. Those will have it. A Sub Pro comes with the bypass for it. If it doesn't have the factory premium audio, it may not have the fake noise. You can look at the headliner. If you see the microphones in it, you know you're going to have some form of a fake noise. In the Dodge, in most Chryslers, it's located underneath the seat, and it's located up in the dash. And it looks like an amplifier, but it's really not. Trying to think if you could... I know... Go from there. You'll figure it out from there, I hope. Remote turn on is fed off of the epicenter because you're using the GTO. There again, it's not the remote turn on. That's like when you're doing stop start, it's the battery. Remote turn on turns on something. So it's the amplifier's power supply that the amplifier goes in to protect. And if it goes, I don't know what amplifier you have. So most amplifiers, you can look at the owner's manual and say minimum operating voltage. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be 10 volts. That means anytime it goes below 10 volts, the safety circuit in the amplifier will turn on, shut the amplifier off until it's safe to operate again. That's not necessarily remote turn on. So you have to figure out specifically what is turning off. You know, if it's the micro shutting off, the light will go off and turn back on, and that'll turn off the amplifier, obviously. If it is the amplifier turning off, then the micro might be staying on. So you have to figure out which one is shutting off. If it is the remote turn on, then yeah, like I said, an ING3 will fix that because it'll keep the voltage up for that brief time frame that the car is restarting. If the amplifier is shutting off, you need to run it without stop start on at that point because there's no way to fix that. What AudioQuest DAC do you have, red or blue? And do you use it in your car? I do not use it in my car, and I don't remember what color it is. That's why I don't know what color it is, because I don't use it in my car. I bought it for my headphones. My Pioneer head unit clips at 38, but when I try to set the gains with the DD1, the clipping light doesn't come on. I'm using the DM810. Any ideas? Yeah, because now you're using the output of the DM810. So you would set... Going through 2 preamp sections now. So Here's a thought. If you haven't watched Tony D'Amore's video called The Gain Train, okay, it's called The Gain Train. If you haven't watched that video, do yourself a favor and go watch it. It will explain it way better than I can because he does examples, and he'll walk you through how to set your gains through multiple devices, and it's real simple. So he did a great video on it, so go watch Tony D'Amore's on YouTube. He's got, it's like Tony D'Amore U or something like that. It's called The Gain Train, and that'll answer all your questions. He does an awesome job. 2019 Tundra, non-JBL, LC7i, SCAR, hiss at 0 volume when setting gains with the DD1. Okay, using a factory radio, you're always going to have some form of floor noise. Reason why is because your radio is a 15 watt radio, and it was only ever made to play 15 watts. At 15 watts, the signal to noise ratio really doesn't have to be that great. Now what you're doing is you're taking that 15 watts and you're amplifying it times 10. If it's a 150 watt amp, times whatever. Everything is going to be amplified, meaning signal to noise ratio. So that floor noise that was there from the factory is going to be there when you add an aftermarket amplifier. And now it's going to be more prevalent. Think of it like door chimes. If you have a door chime that comes through a speaker and you put an aftermarket amplifier in it, it's going to amplify the door chime. Oh great, that sucks. Same thing is true with the signal, which is floor noise. It's coming out of that radio. When you put an aftermarket amplifier in it, you're not going to get rid of it. You're going to amplify everything that is coming out of the radio, which is that floor noise. It's going to be louder, a lot louder. Some people will say the best solution is to get a big amplifier and keep the gain down on the amplifier as much as possible. Yeah, of course. Why not? Because there again, it's still there though. It's not like it's gone away. So if you put like a 200 watt amp on it and only get 100 watts out of it, well, you're still going to get the same amount of noise if you had any other 100 watt amp on there, because it's still amplifying it, by X amount to get to 100 watts. So the joys of integration, the joys of car audio, is all about compromise. It's what you're willing to accept. If you can't live with the floor noise, time for a new radio. Hey guys, how much power and I have no idea what that means. Are the Focal auditor components better than the Kenwood Exelon 7-inch component set? No, they're a different animal. It's a totally different animal. The Kenwood Exelon 7-inch components are exponentially more money than the auditors. The auditors are a good entry-level speaker. That Exelon 7-inch is not an entry-level speaker. So it's not really a good comparison. I don't use any DACs in my car. I use the only thing I use in my car that doesn't come from the factory is the ZZ2 wireless car audio streamer, so that I can do CarPlay wirelessly, if that made any sense. So I have the ZZ2 Air, which allows me to stream my CarPlay directly into the factory USB without connecting my phone to the car. That's the only thing aftermarket I have in there for audio. What's up from Showtime Audio? Hey guys. What DSP would you use with 2 Morel MPS? So I'm guessing you need a 10-channel DSP of some kind, or at least a 9-channel DSP. There again, pick what works best for you. It's your channels that matter. So when you're buying DSP, you need to know what your end result is. How many channels do I need out of it? If you need 10 channels, find a 10-channel DSP. Obviously, we use a lot of the audio control. DM810 would work. But anything with at least 10. The BitNove has 9 channels of output in Audison. That would work. And then, of course, you have Helix. Makes a ton of different DSP. What's up, Elias? So what's the best way to get rid of car noise and whine? Change the radio. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Whine is one thing. Gain hiss is in floor noise. There's really nothing you can do about it, because that's just product problem. Whine comes from either bad equipment or bad installation. So if you're getting a whine, that is an installation issue. That could be something wrong with a bad RCA, wrong type of RCA, bad equipment. I mean, there again, it's bad ground. Something that's too close to something, meaning you could have a preamp next to something that is noisy, and it's going to pick it up because it's a microphone. So sometimes you have to move products around to see if you can get rid of the noise. I found out how Brian Mitchell wired the Challenger. Each of the X2 amps are bridged to each speaker, 1 amp per side. Perfect. I saw where you chimed back in there. What do you think about the Morel 2.5 inch /3? I mean, I own both of them. They're pretty sexy. We've used them. I like them. So go for it. How many feet of power wire, ground wire do you use for the 4-door F-150? We use 19 feet, and that'll take you right into about 8 inches in from the corner on the driver's side in. So that's 19 feet.
So if you're going to put your amplifier farther away,
yeah, you need longer.
20.
Yeah, Fernando says, if you want to be safe, get 20.
Yeah.
Cardio lap time for the Mustang. I mean, that's the idea. One day. I mean, we have to set goals.
2026, guys.
2026. All right. Hey, listen, we got to get rocking on this. Was there anything we were going to show today? Did we have anything we need to show? Oh, we do. Actually, your hands clean?
No, I'm going to clean it.
Paul brought over some pieces that we were talking about the other day. We have the new Pioneer 3.5s. Then we have the new Pioneer 2 3/4. So I'm kind of curious to see what those look like. This one, not so much. It's a 3.5. I'm sure he's super excited if we could use this in certain things. We'll take a look at it real quick. Go ahead and let's open up this one, because this is really the one I want to see.
That's it. Done.
Come on, man. This podcast going long, or this podcast. This one's going long.
Podcast.
It feels like a podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so this.
Dude, that's nice.
And he broke it. Oh, yeah,
nice.
that is tiny. This is what I was talking about. I don't know why this is so hard to do. Grab the 3.5. Let's compare the size real quick.
Okay.
Please, sir. So yeah, that's the small guy there. We'll compare him to what we know of a 3.5. Oh yeah. Well, it's wow.
Special.
Dude, it makes that 3.5 look gigantic.
Yeah, that's totally. Dude.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Ooh, that thing looks huge.
Yeah.
So the reason why I've been trying to get somebody to make one of these, and Pioneer just apparently made one overseas and brought it here, is because on some of the Toyotas, when you just go to a middler, you're not changing it out for what you really want, which is that high frequency. So there again, I don't know how high these are going to play up, but the sharpness of a tweeter is kind of lost sometimes on a middler. And if this will go into a Toyota and rock on, then we're good. Now all we need is a mid-bass to pair with it. But that's the standard 3.5. And this is really what you're looking for when looking at a factory replacement for that dash speaker, is that tweeter just disappears over the edge, because of where these grills sit on top of these is, there's no tweeter there. So look at that. Wow, dude, that just hides right up inside of it. 101 dB. What are you looking at?
101, 34.
Oh, those are the frequency response.
Right.
Yeah, I don't care about that. That's cool.
What are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything. I just wanted to look at these. Oh, this one's also metal. This one's composite. So don't drop this one. Oh, that's weird. I guess they had to make it out of metal to make it smaller, because obviously the metal is way thinner. And it would this will take up less room. Ooh. Yeah, anxious. We'll have to do these in something. I mean, it is just a plastic hard dome tweeter, but at least it has a tweeter, which is what most middlers are lacking, is that high frequency. So cool. There you go. All right. We'll let you know how they do. And for that, we're going to call it a day. We got to get back to work. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Bye, guys.
Bye. What are you doing?
I'm trying to look for that one if it was.
Dude, you're a sucker.
What?
Can't even use the one he has.
He can put it in the finger.
Oh, a booger?
What?
Is that a booger? Put it on his finger?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about? Good day, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Afternoon? Yeah? Waiting for the trash can to go by. It's extremely loud. Look, we're not working on a Jeep or an F-150. Hey, Dean, afternoon. What do you set the two knobs on the epicenter on? I start at 12 o'clock on both. 12 o'clock on both is kind of where I start, and I kind of work it from there to see what works good. On the epicenter, a lot goes a long way. Or, I'm sorry, a little goes a long way. But yeah, believe it. Yeah, I mean, that's the one nice thing about the Epicenter Micro is that it has the effect knob. So, but yeah, the width and the sweep. These guys right here, the width and the sweep. Yeah, I usually just 12 o'clock on both. Just kind of work it. If you want to see, we have two videos up. One is extremely old on the Epicenter where we kind of walk you through what they do. The newer one is on the Epicenter Micro where we have an RTA hooked up to it. And we kind of show you how they both affect each other. So if you haven't watched that, check that out because that'll kind of explain visually what they're doing. We hook it up to an IRTA2 and show you how it changes the output of it. It's kind of neat. What's up, Mel? Hey guys, hope all are well, doing well. Yeah. You too, man. 70 degrees. Cooking hamburgers on the grill. I'm a turkey burger guy, but yeah, I'm down. I'm coming. Good afternoon. When will you have the FD? Dude, honestly, I thought we had it in stock. They're asking about the new Amp Pro for A to B. I thought we had it in stock because we got like 4 of them on order immediately when they were released, but apparently we missed that. So, don't know. Not soon enough. Love the Micro. Of course you do. Jeff is in the house. Ask him. He's the one who don't. Yep, you have to have ACR4 with it. Yep. Can I hook up an Epicenter to... Can I hook up an Epicenter? Yes, you can hook an Epicenter up to your Epicenter. I don't know why you'd want to do it, but of course you can do it. Beer game is strong. No, beer game is lazy. I need a haircut and I need to shave. It's just we've just been so busy. Like, you know that, Jeff. I mean, you've been busier than us. I know, I hate it. They're all gray and shit. Ugh, gosh. Audio Control builds some good stuff. That they do. If I have a DM810, can I still use an Epicenter? Yes, you can, and we have a video on that too, showing you how to install it. Because that is one of the... like, we had to film a video just on that because a lot of people ask that question. How to do it? Where do you hook things up? How does it go? How do you set your crossovers? So there is a video on how to do that. So I'm assuming just search for Epicenter. Jeff, I want to work for Amp. Any KFIS VEG coming out or what happened to morale reviews of the LE Amp? Dude, just in number 2 on Clippers for you. No, Christian, nothing is coming up. As far as, I don't know what I think it is a number 2. It's number 2 or number 3. Yeah, we have a ton of videos. Obviously, they're in backlog. We really, because we've been gone and we're doing the live stuff and you guys wanted install diaries, so we concentrated on getting install diaries out for probably this week and next week. We do have one. We're going to do the amp dyno of the Audio Frog next week. So that'll be next week along with, the Mustang, keeping that going. Hopefully that'll be over next week. We got obviously more install diaries out. We got a ton of stuff, but we just wanted to concentrate on getting some of the install diaries videos out because we know we've not had the opportunity to do that lately, and we want to make sure you guys enjoy that. But let's talk about the car we have behind us right now. This is a Ford. What is this? Fusion? Focus?
Fusion, I think.
It's the sedan. Let's just call it the sedan. And this came to us not in good order. That'd be the easiest way. So in it now is the Metra kit, which I gotta be honest with you, this kit looks sexy. Like, if I didn't know, I would think this bezel was factory. They did a bang up job. I mean, look at those knobs. Those are really nice knobs. They have LEDs behind them that actually show you the speed, which is pretty cool. So when you turn them on, see they have these cool numbers that pop up behind it. Pretty blue. Yeah, it's really nice. So I'm digging this kit. The other thing too is it has this aux 1, aux 2. There's nothing hooked up to those now, but they're programmable outputs that you can hook up to turn things on and off. So like if you had LEDs or something like that that you wanted to turn on, there's outputs. You need relays, but there's 2 outputs here to turn that on. And then if you had seat heaters, that's these 2 buttons here. So it gives you the option to turn those on and off. But this came to us with a little tiny 3-inch screen, totally sucked. And then there was an EQ attached to the bottom right here. And it was like, as soon as you turned it on, it was like, and it was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It had some okay speakers in the doors. And by that, I mean, they're like, I wouldn't kick them out of bed. It had some DS kickers in here, which are really nice speakers for the money. You can't beat them. It had 4 6.5-inch coaxials, and to power it, it had a little tiny Scar 5-channel. We took all of that out, took it all out. As you can see here, there was a lot of wire, a lot of useless wire that was piled up all underneath the back seat. This was borderline 911. We wanted to film it, but we got a late start today because we had to do something else. We added in a backup camera. So we added in a backup camera because he needed one of those. For a subwoofer, has one of my favorite Comp Cs, a single 12. Now, what we did is we took all this nonsense out, this 5-channel amp that was just freaking nightmare, and I think he said it is a metric kit. It is the metric kit. I don't know the model number. It's probably still in the box. Hold on. It is the metric kit. And I will just show you, so if you want to take a screenshot, this is the metric kit. Fusion. Single zone. That's this. So that's the metric kit. So what he had in here was this ugly one here. And then the EQ is, yeah, it's all in this. Anyways, took all that out. Hold on, sorry. And we replaced it with an Alpine 407, ILX 407, and their little KTA 200M amplifier, which is the one that's designed to attach to the back. This little guy right here, this little 200 watt amp. I know, right? Just a little 200 watt amp. And here's the amp we took out. This took this thing out. And I'm here to tell you, holy shiitake mushrooms, it sounds 100% better. Off of deck power, mind you. 100% better. It's louder, clearer, bass is more impactful. Sounds so much better now. We've replaced all the speakers with the power bass plug-and-play component set up front, coaxials in the back. How did you like those, Fernando? How did you like putting them in?
Yeah.
It's pretty
easy.
cool.
Just plug it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yaktil. Yeah, so this was just, the whole idea behind this was, listen, I spent all this money. It sucks. I just want to enjoy it. What do I need to do? And it was like, all right, well, let's just start over, because the stuff you have, you know, I didn't know what speakers he had, and he didn't know what speakers he had. So it was like, let's just do it all over. And we did. You want to hear it? You guys want to hear it? Do you want to hear it?
You want to hear it?
Can you grab some DRM free stuff and we'll play it real quick for you guys? I have an iPod cable. For those of you guys that might be doing one of these, the one thing that they don't talk about in the installation kit is where to plug in to retain your factory USB, the cool little Microsoft Sync system. In this car, it is located right back here behind this panel. It's all the way up on the firewall. Think of like a Honda amplifier. It's all the way up here, and the USB is facing back with a clip on the bottom, so it takes like 10 minutes to get your finger just in the hole just right to pull it out. So, and then it takes the standard GM USB 1 style micro connector. So, really nice. As far as the amplifier goes, And if you are going to put a radio on one of these, I would strongly recommend doing a short chassis. Trying to fit a full chassis radio in this. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. Is not going to be a good idea because there is not a lot of room. The amplifier did go into the dash, but we didn't attach it to the back of the radio. We actually put it on a mount further back into the dash, so it's sitting back deep, because this goes back really deep, but it's odd. It has this weird shape to it, so I don't think you're just gonna have a hard time fitting in. I mean, you could do it obviously, but I wouldn't want to screw with it. I'd just get a short chassis and call it a day. You got the DRM free stuff. All right, so let's see. Fernando's getting up some. What's up, Bobby? All right, let's see. There we go. All right, let's turn this thing up. That's hard to believe. That's just deck power and that 200 watt amp. That's no joke, guys. But anyways, yeah, we got a really nice sound out of this. It's what it needed. It's what it needed. You know, this is a situation where he spent some money and really didn't get what he wanted because he wasn't prepared to spend a little bit more, or a lot bit more, depending on how you want to look at it. And you just can't escape it. Like, you can't escape that cost, meaning what it's really going to cost to get it to where you want. A lot of us try to cheat it. Like, we're going to be like, oh no, we're going to cheat it. We're not going to, I can get really no, you don't. You just fall short. So nice shiny new radio, gets him the CarPlay, gets him the Android Auto. Honestly, this dash looks more factory than factory in my opinion. Big screen, backup camera, and then just fixing all the audio problems. Like, it doesn't whine anymore. It sounds good. It's just a nice, well-balanced system. So, yeah,
Yeah, no, sounds
and there's
good.
no more sync. And the steering wheel controls work. God damn, right? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I know, I was excited. I pressed this and I was like, there's nothing like pressing the Siri button and having it, like, do what it needs to do. What's the weather like today?
It's currently clear and 79 degrees. Temperatures are heading down from 79 degrees to 64 tonight.
Ooh, it's going to be chilly tonight. What's powering the Single 12? It's the M200 add-on little brick amp that's designed to attach to the back of this radio. Alpine makes two of those. They make the 4x50, and they make the little 200. The 200 we've started to play with a lot because we do a lot of the like ILX W650 in Jeeps. And with the Stinger 110 or whatever that one box is they make that goes onto the back door, that amplifier is perfect for it. So you can put a radio and put that little amp behind the dash. And in the Jeep, we could probably fit both of those little amplifiers in the dash, which is cool because like there's not a lot of room in a Jeep. And I'm talking about the JKs, not the JLs. JL's a whole nother animal. But RAV4 Prime radio upgrade options. I mean, whatever you can find. I'm not gonna lie. It's so hard to get a radio nowadays. This is the Alpine 4 series, but like I said, the ILX W650 is very popular. This is the newer one. The nice thing about this, the 4, what is it? This is the 407, I think it's called. I think it's called the 407. This is iData compatible, which is awesome, especially for a Toyota. And it has HDMI in if you're one of those guys that feels like you need that thing. So Alpine's stepping up, and it's a conventional HDMI, not some weird like micro oddball thing. How can I test an amp to see if running hot with the output to speaker? You mean if it's running hotter than it's supposed to? Most amplifiers are designed to run hot, like they're going to get hot. That's why it is called a heat sink. The smaller the amplifier, the hotter it's going to get because it's more compact. The bigger the amplifier, there again, could equally get hot because it could be a big AB class amplifier drawing a lot of amperage. So really, most amplifiers have thermal shutdown built into them, meaning when they reach an unsafe operating temperature, they shut off. The reason why that happens is more what you'd be looking for, which is low voltage or improper ohm load or poor circulation wherever the amplifier is mounted. So for that, it would be like if like you had a big AB class amplifier and you try to put it underneath a seat and there wasn't enough circulation for it, or if you had low battery voltage, so the amplifier is really like 12.5 volts, 13.5 is better, but let's say you have a dead battery underneath the hood and you're constantly running it at like below 12 volts, that'll cause the amplifier to get heat because when the voltage goes down, amperage draw goes up. But really, if it's just getting hot and not going into thermal, then it should be operating in its by manufacturer spec, should be working the way it's supposed to. Because there are some little amps that get really, really hot.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones hot. Where's the best spot to go through the firewall with a 0 gauge and the 21 F-150 passenger driver? Driver? Driver through, isn't it? You go through the main grommet on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Driver's side, big grommet. There's a nipple. I believe he removes the nipple. Can you cross over the speakers using deck power? Yeah. So here is the deck. Here is the settings. Go to sound. Come over here to crossover. And there you have it. Crossover, we select channel. And we can select front, rear, sub. In this case, we'll just select front. And the frequency is located right here. So as we adjust it, it will change. And then we have slope. So we can go 12, 18, 24. Most radios will do this. And then the Alpine is cool because when you get it set, you can preset it like that. And now you have a preset. This is also how you control the level. Excuse me. The level is important to blend in your subwoofer amplifier with the factory power that is in this deck. This is one of the cool features. Most radios will have some form of volume control that is handy when using radio power and an aftermarket amplifier because the preamps are going to be different. Meaning the preamp that's going out to the sub and the internal preamp powering this don't necessarily line up. So being able to adjust that is kind of crucial for a successful mission when using radio power to power half of the system and an amplifier to power the other half of the system. I measure to go through passenger side. We used to go through passenger side. It's fine. It's just harder because to do it successfully, you really need to pull the fuse box out of the corner to get in there and get through, right? Isn't that what you had to do? Yeah. Oscar! More output to the speakers. Okay. Hola, amigos. All right, let's speed up here. Reverse polarity and side jag tonight. Reverse polarity and side jag tonight. We're going to talk about, on side jag, we're going to talk about the Book of Boba Fett. Also, I did get the opportunity because I binge watched Peacemaker. So I'll give you my thoughts on that as well. And then God only knows what we're going to talk about on side jag. Should be fun. I'm sorry, reverse polarity. I'm sorry, I always get those mixed up. I don't know what we're going to talk about in reverse polarity, but I'm sure he has a cool poll somewhere that you can go on and make sure you answer the poll so we can talk about it tonight. I think my amp is cooking my speakers, Audio Frog GB speakers and audio control amps. Anything is possible. Distortion, heat, if you have it set up improperly, yes. Depending on the source unit, you may have plenty of power. You might have your gain turned up too high. You may have your crossover set up too low. There's a lot of things that can cause speakers to, but typically it's not the amplifier, it's the person that set the amplifier up. Amplifiers are a result, not a cause. So they will cause a problem because the result of setting them up improperly. So you have to put blame, which is something that as humans we don't like to do, but you have to put blame where blame is made to be. 120 watts from an amplifier is set up improperly will roast anything. 120 watts set up properly will make a speaker sound really good. So don't blame the product. Figure out why it's doing what it did, which is usually in the setup, and then solve it, because it's just knobs and dials. It's easy enough. A lot of the times what happens is we want more than what it's capable of doing, and that desire to want more is what breaks stuff. Right? I know, that was like an inspirational moment, wasn't it? That was deep. That got deep for a moment. I apologize. I don't like getting deep. Do you reckon using a bass epicenter with an LC7i, or should I get signal direct from the LC7i? I mean, if you have an LC7i, great. You're going to come out of the LC7i into the epicenter. And then, why is it on?
I have no idea.
There we go. I think because I left the door closed. Out of the LC7i into the epicenter, out of the epicenter into the amplifier. So if you need all 6 channels of okay, if you need all the channels of the LC7i, then you're in luck. You can do it that way. Yeah. Dean, are the install videos coming back? Where have you been for the last 2 days, man? They've been up for the last 2 days. Like, install diaries start back on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So maybe head over, check. But yeah, no, they are. Yes, they're back. Listen, we've been out of town. And we've been going like a million miles an hour trying to get ready to go out of town. We're done going out of town for at least the next couple weeks. And even that will be at Go Fast Solutions on April 6th at their Go Fast 12 volts thing in Connecticut. If you're in that area and you do something 12 volts, make sure to go to Go Fast and sign up. But that's literally a day and a half trip. So I will have videos up for that so you won't miss anything. And then at the end of April, between April and May, I'll be at the EMA World Finals in Austria with Ground Zero. And I will try to have videos up for you as much as I can while I'm gone on that one. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're trying to do as much for you guys as we can. And Natasha is here. What's up, Natasha?
What's up?
Oh, okay. Did you order the new Mac Studio? There's a new Mac Studio? No, dude, honestly, for the last 3 weeks, the world hasn't existed. The only news, my only pulse with the world has been in the morning on my way to work these last couple days. I listen to the BBC and they talk about the war in Ukraine, and that's about it. Other than that, I have no idea what's happening in the world. It sucks. I had to put gas in my car the other day. I haven't put gas in my car in like a month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the last time I put gas in my car, it was super cheap, and now, of course, it's not. And I was like, damn. What's up, DTS Customs? Danny's in the house. Hello, any updates? Any updates on Kip? Miss him on the Kicker Unmasked. None that we can talk about. I don't think anyone's talking about that. Who was that? 25 Hertz to Life? Go to the 25 Hertz to Life YouTube channel and look at his clips. That's all I can say about that. You'll be surprised when you take a look. I was reading that. I have no idea. But yeah, definitely go check that out. What size fuse do you recommend at battery for an LC 4800? I have a 4-gauge power RAM. What does it have? Is it 230s? Just look at the side of the amplifier. Whatever the side of the amplifier is, just match that. I mean, that's one of the easy ones. So, for example, if you have an amplifier that has 3 30-amp fuses, that's 90 amps. Put a 90-amp fuse underneath the hood. If you have, whatever your combined total is. The problem is when you get these amplifiers now that don't have fuses on the side of it, like this Alpine, and it took Fernando 10 minutes to go through the owner's manual to find the recommended fuse size for it. Like, that sucked. Like, that's sad. Kicker has started to put a big gray box around it, so when you go online to check, it's like in a huge box, like you can't miss it. And I think some of their new manuals have it listed too. So some of them, I think Rockford may do that on some of their manuals. So some of the manufacturers are getting it, like, hey, we need to know what size fuse to put in these things. But when there's fuses on the side of the amp, just match those up. That's the easiest thing to do. Natasha said, hi, Christian. Cool. Just saw a set of Vertus Carbon Nano 2-inch for sale in Canada and wanted to snag them so bad, even though I have the Audio Frog GS25s already. Man, let me tell you what. So we had to do some testing today on middlers, which I'll talk about on another day, and I'll post the pictures later on, but not yet. But we tested 6 or 7 pairs of middlers, and we tested 1 pair of mid-range because we just happen to have them. We're like, screw it, let's throw them in and see what they sound like. So we threw in the Carbon Nano, Vertus Carbon Nano 2.5-inch mid-range that we got a couple weeks ago. Those little pancake things. Yeah, is it MM2s? No, they're mid-range. They're straight mid-range. Yeah, the MM2, these sexy beasts right here. And I'm here to tell you, man, they were like the second best speaker we tested as a middler. All right? Like, that is straight up, that speaker is better than most middlers out there right now. Like, that kicked its, that, there was one speaker that just clearly won. Like, clearly won. But that guy? Dude, little bit of tweaks in an EQ, you'd have an awesome middler with that guy. And it was jamming too. I was surprised. I was like, holy crap, this really sounds pretty good. The Merlin General did pretty well. There's no question about it. But there was a clear loser. There was a clear winner. We'll talk about it another time, though, because we can't talk about it now. Where you get your screws for your installs and what sizes. When it comes to the machine screws that we get, I just buy a variety pack off of Amazon. So, like, there's a couple, like, bulk boxes they have where, like, you know, they start like M3s, 4s, and 5s. We just buy those. When it comes to all the other screws we use, we get them from Amp Global through their parts department. So, what's funny? Go ahead. Oh, that's cool. What is that?
That's the studio. The one they talking about?
It's something...
That's cool.
Oh, wow. So it's an app.
It's to edit something. They have cool stuff.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to play with one of those later. It's probably using the LiDAR system that's built into it. Is there an installer D-base, like names and contacts for installers in geographic areas? Actually, yes and no. If you go to Installer of the Year, if you like Google 12-volt Installer of the Year, you'll find the top 50 installers for every year, this past year included. That is a great resource to find an awesome installer in your neck of the woods. So it's put on through the MEA, and of course that's like when we do Installer of the Year and stuff like that. We just did that while we were in Vegas, which we live casted so everyone could see it. Canadian Marty won. Adam Devine from Divine Auto Sounds down here in Florida won Trusted Tech. Retail of the Year was Titan. And do you remember the name of the guy who got Salesman of the Year from Precision? Robert from Precision. Is Precision? Perfectionist. Sorry, Perfectionist in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. Won Salesman of the Year. And there was a bunch of other awards that we gave out, anyways, vendor and stuff like that. But that is a great resource to go and find an awesome installer in your part of the world, because it's the top 50 in the store, the city, and all that information is right there. So you can go on there, find the guy, go look for him on Instagram and see some of his work, and then decide if that's like what you want to do. Yeah. All right. Was wondering about the Kicker Middler. Can't comment on that. Dean, I'm rocking a 6x8 speaker hole. How do I fit a 12-inch circular speaker in it? I mean, if you're serious, you're not gonna fit a 12-inch speaker in a 6x8 hole without some serious modification. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to begin on that one. That's a tough one. We're going GS3-way active on a D6 1200. We'll probably be okay even without the MM2 swapped in. Dude, the GS3-way is a really nice system. I think you'll be fine. There's plenty of power for it. You'll be good. We've done them. It sounds awesome. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Post a link to the top 50 on DNF. Might be good. Maybe.
I mean, you can go and find it.
I mean, it seems like it's easy enough to do. I don't know. I'll think about it. That's a tough one, though, because... Yeah, I'll think about it. I feel like we talk about it enough. I don't know if I need to have it on my website.
I don't think so.
Yeah. That's how I find my installer locally. Rookie of the year. There you go. See?
Sure.
Like we said, it works. We know it works.
Oh, Christian was there. Yes, Christian from NOLA Sound Solutions. That's right.
Hi from Holland. Hey, what's up from the other side of the pond? Austria. End of the month. Gonna be there. Emma World Finals. Drive on down.
Are you gonna buy the shirt, Emma?
Am I gonna buy an Emma shirt?
Yeah.
I mean, if they offer one, why would I not buy the shirt?
I
I mean,
think
I'm
so.
hoping they'll just give me one.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh no, they're not gonna give you nothing.
they're not going to give me nothing?
No, they don't know you.
Okay. I'm fine with that, too. I mean, I can walk around incognito. I'll be wearing a Ground Zero shirt with 5-toe shoes. I'll be the easy one to find. I don't think they're real popular over there either. Because they're not even popular here.
Did you send your RTA? Do you send? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll send them wherever you want. If you're willing to pay the shipping, we'll send them. It might take a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, just go to the IRTA page, and in the description on the very bottom, there's an email address that you can send off to, and we'll send you a quote through PayPal. And if you want it, you pay it, and then we'll get it in the mail.
Ship it.
And be prepared to wait, because overseas takes a minute. But the only one, like, we have one going to Australia that's taking an exceedingly long period of time. But all the other ones we've sent out of the country have made it there successfully. So
Yeah.
I'm planning on taking my
Test.
to SQology.
First go. Nice. Yeah, he's going to compete.
I mean, you should come to Emma with me, man. It's no big deal. Did Clint get an IRTA in Australia? No, not yet. Right now, he's not the person that ordered one, but we're trying to. Yeah, it's been a real hassle. Australia's a pain in the ass to get stuff to, which I'm pretty sure. Like, we've sent stuff there. It's just, I don't know why this one's taking so long. Like, because we've sent stuff to Clint, and it's worked fine.
Yeah.
But RTA going global. I mean, I'll be happy if anybody in the United States wants to buy one. So if you want to be an awesome installer like we are,
I think everybody should share that.
IRTA too.
Yeah.
You need it.
You need an IRTA too to be happy.
Australia is famous for big burnouts.
Oh, I want to go.
I mean, I'd go to Australia. Yeah, I'd go to Australia. I'll just bring them with me when we go. At this point, it'd be easier just to fly over there and drop it off.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know if I could do 3 big flights in 1 year. That would suck.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Like 12-hour flights. Oh, God, those are horrible with masks right now. Yuck. All right, are we done?
Yeah.
We good? All right. Hey, guys, that's it for today.
What's up?
Arturo in the house. Woo, woo, woo. You guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure to tune in tonight on the Hi-Fi Vega Network, where we'll be doing reverse polarity. And then tune in afterwards for Side Jag on Side Jag channel. We'll be talking about the Book of Boba Fett and whatever other movies have been happening. I know I've caught a couple movies because I didn't do anything last weekend other than sleep in and stare at the TV, which was really great. After all the traveling we've been doing, it was nice to just chill.
Asleep.
I need one for me in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Well, the closest I'll be to you is Austria, so if you want to drive over, I'll have one in my backpack. It's got your name on it. Bring your credit card. But yeah, that's all we got. I liked Dune. I won't hold that against you. I really won't. We can still be friends.
Yeah.
We can both have a different opinion and be friends. How awesome is that, right? It's car audio. All right, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye. What's up, Fernando?
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll put it away.
Okay. It's already done.
So we got a Dodge Ram. What the hell of a grill. This is straight on like Jurassic Park front end.
Jurassic Park, this is more like a zombie land stuff. Yeah.
So let's check this out. See what's going on in the bay. We have factory 8-inch screen with an Alpine system rocking up in this bad boy. What 8-inch subwoofer would you recommend for under the seat enclosures? We have two 8-inch subwoofers that we kind of switch back and forth on. I mean, if you're talking straight SPL, like something like that, look at like we've done some B2 stuff that is like pretty unbelievable. I know Gately has his new 8s, which I think we did for somebody. Those are pretty awesome. If you're looking for like something to go underneath like a seat, typically the Pioneer or the Comp RTs are those the two that we choose between. Jacksonville, Florida in the house. What's up? Anyways, let's check it out. Let me turn the light this way. In the back here, this was covered in dog hair this morning, by the way, which I really don't like because it makes me sneeze. Hold on. Let me walk around here and get the light. That would have made sense. Where are all the lights? They're on the charger. I have one right here. So we actually did this truck, I want to say a couple years ago. We put an Amp Pro and no, it was actually an Amp Pro. Yeah, V1. So yeah, I thought it was a Sub Pro. And then we put this kicker amp here up underneath the seat. You can kind of see I didn't vacuum the top of the amplifier, but I vacuumed all of this out. It looked like this, which, anyways. So we have this guy up underneath the seat that was powering two Comp RT10s that are going to go back in. And then over here, we just put in the 6-channel Marine amplifier. So you can see there's the green on top. But made another mount, so this bolts up under the seat belt here, and then you can see that bolt right there. Power wire comes down and around and up and over and through and up to underneath the hood, and the signal wire comes down here, around, over and up, comes up the front of the dash and is hanging out right here right now. It's not done yet. I just got to this point, so here's all my wiring here. We took out the Amp Pro and we went with a DSR1. Now, one of the things that Dodge does that I just is they put their amplifiers in like the hardest places ever. So hold on, sorry, I keep tapping the screen in the wrong spot. Let me get this here so the camera will focus. Or the camera may be focused. I might not be able to focus on my eyes. There we go. So that silver bolt there, it's focusing on this. Let's see. All right, so there's two black bolts right there. Those are the 7mm, and then there's one up here that you got to get from way down. Like you got to come from down here and up behind this guy. You can just barely see it from here. Anyways, that is what holds the amplifier in place. And if you unclip it and you take it out, then you can make a new board and you can put the DSR1, which we switched to a DSR1, so we got full DSP control. Attach it to there, plug back in the factory speaker wires, and as you can see, right now I'm just getting ready to deal with like the RCAs. They're all color coded. I just wanted to plug them in. I'm gonna actually unplug all these and then put shrink wrap over them so they're all nice and locked into place. But then down here is the speaker wires that need to get connected to our ends here. In this case, we mimicked what they have. So normally we do a yellow or orange, but on their harness, they use red as their secondary color. So we wanted to match up to their secondary colors so that our harness would be the same. We'll solder those wires up and get them in. There was already a bass knob in here, so we took out the Amp Pro bass knob and replaced it with the Rockford bass knob. And the reason why we took out the Amp Pro was so that we could do a DSP. We're full active in this, and what we did is the KS, Kicker KS, because we're doing a full kicker system with the exception of the DSP. Went with the KS 3-way 6x9s in the back door, the KS mid bass that comes with the 2.5 or the tweeter. This guy right here, this guy is in the front door. And then the KS, which I have no idea where they went, the box, oh, I put it right here, sorry. The KS 3.5s, which are these guys, are up in the dash. Now, we often talk about 3.5s being biampable. These are biampable as well. You can biamp these, and actually the crossover that these come with, there's 3 terminals on the back of the speaker that you have to attach, because it's not just a cap on the tweeter. They really thought this one out and made a really smoking 3.5. So this is up in the dash. So we have a 3-way set. Now we're going to be using it as a 2-way set. The channel 1 and 2 will be powering the 3.5s, 3 and 4 will be powering the mid bass, and 6 and 7 will be powering the rear. Did you make Dean shave? He looks like he's 18 years old. No, actually about 2 o'clock in the morning, I wandered into the bathroom after I got done, and I was like, oh God, it's itching the crap out of me. So I shaved it off. Now I just got to cut my hair, because it's like, so that's tonight. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Maybe not, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So right now, Fernando is in the process of, I will take his step stool, all right? He's in the process of redesigning the battery mount that we had for the fuse holder. So we had just one coming over here that this,
right
yep, so it just...
That was my fuse holder. You know, when somebody adds some things and then just like...
Just attach it to all you?
Attach it to everything. It's like, don't do that.
Oh, you're just so picky. You're just so picky.
I know.
At least they use zip ties. I mean, come on, don't be so...
Where?
There's one there.
No,
there's one there.
I put all of this.
Oh.
Because...
All right, well,
yeah.
Anyways, we're going to be redesigning this because now we have 2 fuse holders that we have to hit, two 4 gauge, which I already have through the hole in the dash. So that was pretty cool. Fast rings, sound treatment, all that stuff went into this. Yes. So it's kind of nice. Anxious to hear it, but we won't be hearing it until tomorrow morning. Hopefully, it's what, 5 o'clock? Hopefully, I should be able to get all the soldering done by the time we get out of here.
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty efficient at soldering. Oh, whatever. Do you think 2JL 8-inch W7 subs would sound good under a Silverado? I think so. Listen, guys, like, as we know, the one thing JL does a lot of things, but JL subwoofers are badass. All right, come on, let's all get on the page here and realize that JL makes a badass subwoofer amongst other products. But I mean, when I think of JL, I'm just like, just give me their subs, okay? Just because I'm old and that's what I know about them. So, yes, they will do the job. There's no question about it. I would say yes with full confidence with their ability to bang and just go crazy, for sure. Full crazy style. And in a couple days, in the next 2 weeks, the Max should be here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I paid for it last night. They're not giving it to us. We're paying. It's full ticket, man. Full pay for the Max. Yeah. So they like us, but they don't like us like that.
Yeah. You want to play? You gotta pay.
Yeah. How many cars today? Dude, really? This one? Did you not listen to all the stuff I said we did to this? I mean, what's your opinion on B2 audio components? Okay, I don't really have an opinion. Like, I haven't done a ton of it. All I can say is that every time we've had a piece come through here and we've had a couple amps, some mids and highs, a couple subwoofers, a couple different times, there was only one time where, like, we had an issue. And no, that wasn't even that. I was trying to think, was it the amp or the speaker?
No, they changed the amp.
Was it the amp though that was? No, it was the speaker that was bad, right? No, so it wasn't even the amp.
No.
No, the one guy with the Toyota that had was that a Morel? Was that the speaker that was bad or the channel that was bad?
I think that was the speaker.
I think it was the speaker too.
Yeah, so because
because we ended up doing a two-way.
Yeah.
No, we've never had a bad
Never had a
experience with the
problem
B2.
with that. No.
Yeah. So, and it's funny. Remind me to I got something I got to tell you. I just thought of. But I was looking at the 18-inch that they just came out with.
It's 5 o'clock and you're gonna tell me something.
Yeah, sorry, my dad was here. Dad was here, so
Thanks, man. Thanks.
my dad came and hung out. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
He hasn't been here in probably 2 years because he's like petrified of COVID. So for him to come out of the house and hang out with us, it was pretty amazing because like he doesn't do that. So, that was kind of nice. Actually, it was really nice. But anyways, no, I was looking at the B2 18-inch last night, and like the motor structure on this 18. I think it's like I think it's like a 15.
It's not like Steve Mead has.
Probably.
4 18s.
Does he have 18s?
I think so.
Oh,
Or 15s.
I thought those were 20s.
Oh,
The ones he's got
really?
the picture of the puppy next to. Yeah, I don't know. Those are gigantic.
Dude,
All I know is that these things are monsters. They're a couple. I think I wanted to say I think they're just under $2,000 a piece.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, I know. I thought about buying one.
Yeah.
I thought about buying one for your car.
I
What's
see.
up, Elias?
Hey, mister.
Elias 12 volt.
Elias 12 volt. What
So
about
they're
13
32s.
volt?
I think his are 32s.
Dude, that's
I have
the
the B2 Riot 12 in my car, and I'm highly impressed by it. Dude, I would be too. Those things were beasts. Just checking in to make sure you guys are doing a great job.
Well, I'm doing a great job. I don't know about Dean, but, it is what it is.
What is it? We had pizza today, by the way. Today was pizza day.
Yeah. Do you have the box?
It's over there. You did buy a Zen 9, so there's that. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I'd still buy one. I mean, trust me. Listen, okay, come on. Let's be honest, guys. You all know I collect this shit. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I just like owning this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't have this cool stuff when I was a kid, so like owning it now, it's just fun. I'm not gonna lie. It's just fun. Always doing a great job. Trying to do a great job. Fernando is. I'm not. I'm just lying. Ooh, by the way, don't forget this Wednesday coming up. Don't worry, we'll have Saturday show. We have the Monday show, but this week we're gonna have a Wednesday show over on YouTube's 5-star regular network. Right now we have Brian Schmidt from Mobile Solutions coming on, and we're trying to get another guest. We're trying to get another. So it's gonna be a twofer. We're hoping. As soon as we find out for sure, we'll let you know because this will be awesome. It'd be pretty awesome to have this other guest on as well.
Yeah, everybody loves him too.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, so that will be cool.
Everybody loves Raymond. That's still on TV.
Okay.
You never watched it?
Raymond.
Yeah, Ray Romano. Anyways.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on.
Yeah.
What happened with Ground Zero giveaway? Is that still on?
Yes, it's
Christian,
still on.
of all the people, like you catch every show, how would you not realize it's like we told you, end of April. It's gonna be for like at the end of April we'll do it and we'll give it away between April and May. What month is it right now? February? March? It's March? It's March right now.
March.
A month away. Slow it down. We got time. But yeah, we're gonna do that between April and May.
Yeah.
So we still have them. It's still gonna happen. And let's be honest, you guys know we're gonna talk the hell out of it. It's Ground Zero for God's sakes. But
Yes.
we kind of wanted to do it around the time that we go to Emma finals. By we, I mean me, unfortunately, because Fernando can't go. But
I didn't even want to go.
I was busy today and feel brain dead. I mean, whatever. Why you so mean? Oh, give me a break.
Ooh.
Sue said that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so mean.
Oh my gosh.
You were mean.
Still waiting on my guest invite. Oh, that's right. I know we want to have Elias.
Yes.
Now that we're back to, we should plan that for next month.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Nah, I think he's just going to become the Matt Damon of our show. And we'd like to thank Elias. Too bad. We'll get you on next week. Right, Susan. He says my name like Seinfeld says Newman. Wow. Well, I tell you what, you can IM Sue and talk to her privately. How's that? Or just join her in the bowling alley. You guys will have a good time with that. Anyways.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Who's excited about that?
Not me.
Elias is just doing this. Like he knows anything about Ground Zero. This man knows diddly squat about Ground Zero. He knows nothing about Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
Yeah.
No.
You know, I was kind of sad the other day because
Why?
Aaron was up here picking up
Aaron.
Aaron.
Okay.
Aaron
Holmes.
Aaron Holmes was up here, Havoc Motorsports,
Yep.
was picking up an Evo X2 1200.4.
Okay.
And I was bummed because we still have the Evo X 1200.4 version 1.
Oh, they make a new one?
They make a new one now.
Wow, well,
Has
we're
better
behind.
RCAs. It has like the Tiffany style RCA connectors on it.
Wow.
You know, better connections. Obviously, they've done some internals to it.
Well, we're not that cool.
No, well, it's fine, but I was just like, damn, they got a version 2 already? Crap. But, I mean, that just goes to show you, though. I mean, like, Sound Digital, those guys, it's like, okay, no.
Evolving.
Yeah,
All
they
the time.
move so like, I just laugh because they move so fast. Like, they are not afraid to be like, you know what? Here's a better amp. Boom, here you go. You know, or you know what? We listen to you guys. Here you go.
The last time I saw them, that was like 5 people. Now we're like 15.
Yeah. No
You
kidding.
put a little bit of water and boom.
Oh yeah, they're just yeah. Don't feed the gremlins after midnight, people. Anyways, your Friday is tomorrow. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We
that's
kid.
right,
Trust
that's
me, we kid ourselves with all of this.
That's right.
I just waved to somebody. I hit the button.
Oh,
Car Audio Design. Yeah, I hit the button and it waved to him.
Oh, you
Hi, Car Audio Designs 07. Yeah, I'm just a guy. No, you're just a dude. Come on, no one's a guy. You're just a dude. Dude. Do you know what that's from? I'm just a dude. I'm the dude. No, you're a Lebowski. You never saw Big Lebowski. I think I need to watch that with Sue because she's like the bowling. She's like the kingpin now.
Okay.
So
Nice.
I feel like we need to watch The Big Lebowski
Yeah.
because she hasn't seen that yet. And that movie is dumb funny. Like,
Okay.
yeah. So, what are your guys' thoughts on The Big Lebowski? All right, moving on here. All right, so Elias says Evo X2 is improved and upgraded. Great car audio. Evo P's also had some changes, and that is a great motorsport marine. Oh, EVOPS is the marine versions,
Oh, okay.
which we have yet to see one.
He's reading the owner's manual right there.
He's reading the owner's manual. We're gonna get a call after this one. Why were you guys picking on Elias?
I know. I like Elias.
Of course you like it. Dude, you should have seen him yesterday. His beard, holy Jesus, man.
He look like a Jesus?
Oh, dude, his beard is on point, man. I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
that's why I had to shave.
Wow.
Because I saw Elias's beard and I felt like, no,
Jealous?
I'm like, I'm just playing around over here, man. I can't be
Ooh.
taken serious in the same phone call with that guy. So I shaved mine last night.
Oh, he's the
'cause
sales pro of the year.
yeah, well, that should be a movie for Sidejag.
There you go.
Yeah, but I want it to be fun. I don't know.
Oh.
Great movie, dude. Yeah.
Dude.
No, the dude is awesome. You guys make awesome team. Thank you. Oh no. Haha. Yeah. Dude, his beard, I'm telling you, his beard. All right, sorry guys. I know we're supposed to be talking about car audio, but it's Friday.
But we talk about Elias today.
We're just having a little bit of fun. It is Friday after all, and I feel like every now and then you do have to enjoy yourself. I mean, we take this job very seriously, 99.9% of the time, but every now and then it is good
That
to just
1%.
That 1% is just fun. Is good fun to have with you guys. How's your uraniums, Nano?
Oh, I love those, man. Dude.
It's almost kinky when you ask him how his uranium is, huh? You're saying, Dean, what would kicker 200.4 be enough power for Focal 3-inch and tweeters?
100.4, no.
They make a 3-inch?
3-inch?
3-inch? You sure you're asking the right question?
I mean, the
What
3.5, no?
I mean, if we're talking like so if you're talking like a 3-inch like the top half of a component set, so like a 6, a 3 tweet, and you want it to power the 3 and the tweet, it will power it just fine. The problem you'll run into is that the crossover for the 3.5 will not go up high enough. That's the problem they run into with the little snowman speakers, is that you can run a kicker key onto those. However, you have to put the bass blocker in because the amplifier only goes up to like, I think 120, somewhere in that range, which it really needs to be up around 350. So yes, it will run them just fine. It'll time align, it'll do all the fun thing, give it the EQ, it'll totally do that, but you just have to put another high pass filter on it, like a cap, probably a 47 microfarad cap on it to fix that problem that you have with the crossover. When you're in the Bay, they are all business. Uranium amps. Yeah, no, you would really like, Christian, you would go crazy for that amp. I'm telling you right now. Dude.
And last time he was here, he was talking about that. You
would absolutely lose your cookies over it. There's no question about it. And of course, Fernando went in and just cranked the bias up on the whole channels 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, where the mid and tweeter just 100% bias. So
turn it up.
He's cooking that thing back there, running it so inefficient. But who cares? It sounds wonderful.
It sounds amazing.
Florida is Corvette City. Anyone bring y'all a C8 yet? No. Yeah, no. You know, with Corvettes, it's really kind of weird. Corvettes and Porsches for us are. We always get that guy that is, bought the used Porsche or the used Corvette, which is fine. It's just fine. It is Corvette country, but you gotta remember, most people that move to Florida are retired cheap-ass people.
Yeah.
So they're not buying the new one. So just remember that. They might have new Adidas, new white Adidas, but that's about it. Do you think running an Alpine X A70F is okay to run the Alpine 30MC? To answer your question, yes. You could totally do that. It's plenty of power. Anytime the question is power, performance, listen, you have to just make sure you get your crossover set properly and your gain set properly. Everything else will work itself out. But those two things, if set wrong, it really doesn't matter what you put in there, you're going to break it. So,
and don't break it.
You don't have to do -5 dBs of gain overlap. There is such a thing as 0 or less. So if you keep that sucker down, let them do their thing, you'll be happy.
Yeah.
What is your highest MRL would you run on a kicker key?
Man.
I don't think I'm doing Virtus.
No,
I don't think I'll do it. So, and
Maximo.
yeah, whatever's under Virtus. If that's is that Ultras, Maximo, anything under a Virtus. I honestly, the Maximo Ultra, that whole thing always throws me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But anything under Virtus, not Virtus, anything below that, you'll be fine on a kicker key. We've done plenty of the Maximus 6.5-inch V2s off of kicker keys.
Yeah.
Sounds so
Just
nice.
tweet it in the mid bass. That's it.
Sounds so nice.
layers.
Yeah, very, very awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Florida is F-150. Florida is F-150. They buy a ton of F-150.
It's G, man.
You mean New Balance? Yes, thank you, Oscar. I know you got a set when you got your Tesla there. Oh wait, did you get some Nikes? You probably got some Nikes,
Nah,
not
he got
Jordans.
some Jordans. Dude,
No.
He's a Jordan guy.
Yeah, but he's driving a Tesla, so
Dude.
so he's the one Tesla guy that isn't a YouTuber. Like
He probably has some.
I feel like we should have a Tesla. Just like we should get it like a green screen and a picture of a Tesla that we sit in.
Okay.
Because it seemed I was watching Haley watch YouTube videos last night, and everyone that she watched was sitting in their Tesla, filming their conversations, and I'm like, that's the problem. We're not driving around in a Tesla filming the show.
Okay.
Like we should do the live show from a Tesla. So we just get a green screen, put a backdrop of a Tesla, and we'll just film the show like that.
Oh, the next time we're going to Dallas, we just grab.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, dude.
Maybe we can just take a
do some
picture of this.
donuts and go crazy. He don't mind.
You don't mind?
No, it's
Okay.
totally
All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Whatever happens. Have you ever done an install where you put sound deadening all over the floor, ceiling, and in the trunk? No. No.
The closest that we did that was the sound down speakers.
Oh
remember,
yeah,
back in the Jeep?
couple months ago, month ago. Yeah, in the Jeep.
But that was just in the back.
Yeah, because I wasn't taking his.
Sides,
he had that
the bottom.
giant sliding moonroof, and I was like, yeah, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
But we did do a lot in the sides. That'd just be
Sides
really
and back.
expensive, man, because you got to pull the whole interior out of the car. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not opposed to doing it. But,
I mean, if you
I'll take the couple $1,000 to do it.
correct, if you're gonna pay me, I'm perfectly fine.
Been wondering for so long. Hey, no problem. We
Thank you,
answered
guys.
you.
Thank
You
you.
bet. The people that live in Florida generally aren't born in Florida. That's where us Michiganders send our retirees. All right. Well, I retired at age 10 to Florida, and it was a beautiful thing, and I've been here ever since. Yes, as all the retirees here say, I'm on fixed income.
Yeah.
So there is
gas prices, man.
gas prices
came
are
back.
terrible. Luckily, most of the people that move here like the fact that this is a red state. Lots of Fox News junkies around here. Go Fox News. Go.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I was
Sure.
10 when I retired here, so.
Oh, really?
Nice. I tell you what, though, stay up there in Michigan as long as you can, because we don't have room for you, and our weather sucks. Nando, Morel speakers or?
Morelia football. I'm gonna pick Morel speakers.
Okay.
No, man. America football.
Maximus Loudus for the kicker key. They did sound really nice. I have the X. Okay, I have the Alpine X 70F and a new car, and I didn't want to buy another amp. There again, it always just kind of matters how integration is going to be. So as long as you can integrate it in, go to town. Tempo. There you go. That's what I was trying to think of.
Ultras.
Tempo Ultras. Thoughts on the Kenwood 7906? I love the 7. Listen, the 9000 series are awesome. Obviously, we saw the new one, which we showed is going to be a short chassis. But if you can get a 9706, grab it. It's a fab. They didn't change anything. All they did was redo the cage. So, my neighbor got a Tesla, and it sounds like a. How are you? Okay, cool. Wild. Come get my Tesla. It's all yours.
There you go.
I think if you have a Tesla, you should get a pair of Dean's Ninja shoes. Nah.
I can't.
No.
Then I want to
Actually,
ride with my
okay, so here's the funny thing.
What?
I was talking with Dee the other day, Damien over in Orlando,
Okay.
and he wears them too. So we've both been wearing them for like 6-7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so he goes, dude, I never knew you wear those. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. I was like, okay. So at Knowledge Fest, there'll be 2 people wearing them.
Oh, man.
However, he has a natural tan like you, so I don't think I have anything to worry about someone confusing them. But
Now it's gonna be a pandemic. Oh no.
yeah, another pandemic coming. Yeah. Focal Utopia M 3-way or Morel Elate powered by 2 Focal FPS 4.6. This is an easy one. For me, I have not been a fan of the Utopia M's. I did have the opportunity to listen to Wayne's and his Tesla.
Utopia M's?
Yeah, he had Utopia M's.
See, I had
Paragon Marketing.
Okay.
Marketing.
Yep.
I got to listen to his, and they're broken in, this is the first pair of broken in ones I've been able to hear,
nothing like that.
and I really enjoyed them.
Okay.
They were really nice. I enjoyed them a lot. We got cut short. That's what I was doing when you were like, "Hey man, you're coming to teach the class, right?" And I was like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah.
And then I had to run over there. I was trying to fit in. Of course, in Vegas, you had to go a mile down the So
Yeah.
hopefully that video turned out okay because I had to hurry up. But no, I did get to hear them in there, and they did sound way better than any other
Yeah.
M's
See, I
I've
haven't
heard.
heard any
Broken in ones.
broken in.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, they were really nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Morel fanboy, so I'm going to pull the Morel because I'm a Morel fanboy. Just heard the Tesla F1 status. Nice. Mind blown.
Blown away. Yeah.
Because it was over at Audio Systems in Cali. Cali, Junior had it.
And Jack.
Yakdell. Jack.
Jack Deal.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we'll just stick with Jack.
Yeah.
I'm an old school guy, and what you think about PPI PC model amplifiers? So I'm an old school guy too. So there's my Orions hanging on the wall right there. You can see that. There's another one right there. The problem I always had with PPI was back in the day with the Art series, the capacitors would always pop off the board.
Okay.
And the amps would still work, obviously, because it's just losing its capacitance. I just never was a fan of their design. There again, I was young. I'm going to preface it with, so qualifying my statement. I was young in car audio at the time. I was an Orion guy. I liked our Orion amps way better. I thought they were more bulletproof than the PPI stuff. To some people, what I just said will be sacrilege, and I totally understand that. But my experience with PPI from then was not a good experience. Granted, it was a small experience, so I don't know if I'm the guy to ask that. I can only relay what I experienced.
Right.
So, and like Ada's a PPI Art Series junkie. Like
really?
he's got a massive collection of that stuff.
All
To him,
right.
that's like God. So
That's pretty cool.
I'm probably the only Tesla owner that wears work boots. Yeah, you're probably right.
You're probably right.
And that's telling you something. You weren't supposed to buy a Tesla. You were supposed to buy an F-150.
Or Chevy.
Or a Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevy Silverado.
It's a Chevy.
That's so racist, Fernando. I have some of the Bribram's. Driving a stick felt funny the first time pushing the clutch. Yeah, I can see that. I've done that before. I have several pairs of the five-toe shoes, but cannot wear them on cement floors all day. I can.
I mean, he does that every time. Yeah, I
see it.
Every day.
Ooh, there they are.
Every
Somewhere.
day.
Yeah, I don't know if I think, hold on, let me do this. There we go. These are the blue ones. So this is a newer pair. I think I just switched out to these because I wear these things until they fall apart.
And not just that. We go into these events, knowledge fairs, and all these master tags and everything, and that's what he wears.
Yeah.
Every time.
I bring 3 or 4 pair though. 3 pair. I try to bring 3 pair. If we're gonna be there for 3 days or 4 days, I'll bring 3 pairs.
It's crazy.
Well, and they have to match too.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got those new ones. Oh man.
Like I say, it's
Those are
crazy.
so sexy. I know. I want to buy the other ones, but I can't. Yeah, man, damn it. Yeah, I don't need the grief from the wife. Can I buy the mounting kit you made for the Alpine 3-way for the Mustang? No, sorry. I know. How long do you feel it takes for speakers to break in? It's going to totally depend on the speakers. Some speakers break in like really fast. Other speakers, like the more expensive the speaker is, the longer it's going to take. Some speakers need 24, 48 hours, and that's like 2 or 3 weeks. Some speakers you can heat them up really fast. Like just heat them up really fast, let them cool down, heat them up really fast again, and you're rocking and rolling. So it's just going to depend.
200 hours.
200 hours. God.
Just 200 hours.
It's just 200 hours. Okay, there you go. Fernando says 200 hours. I've got the PPI in my collection. There you go.
Very good. Unfortunately, BBI.
No, we hate each other. Totally hate each other. You're kidding me? This is all for the camera. Unfortunately, PPI and Orion is crap now. Pretty much. I mean, okay, it's not crap.
Everybody agrees on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not crap, but it's not what it used to be. Let's just call it that. I mean, it's not. It's a name at this point. So, yes, in that regards, it is not good. And okay, it's not the same brand from the '90s. Let's just call it that. Okay, so, but it's not crap. I think calling it crap is kind of harsh. That's just fanboy talk. At the end of the day, you're like, oh, it's crap, it's garbage. No, it's not. It's what it is for this generation.
It's just different.
It's not my Orion or my Precision Power.
It's just different.
So I think we got to be nice about it. Keep your Tesla, Oscar. How's your fuel bill at the moment? I can't talk. Apparently, it's just Christian. Christian screws up everything I have to say. You're just showing off your calf muscles.
Oh, stop it!
No, I'm not. I have no calf muscles.
No, he doesn't.
No. Thanks for your honest answer. Listen, man, that's my problem. I try to be too damn honest. And I get in trouble for it. Don't get me wrong.
A lot. Let me tell you, this email.
Oh, no, we're not going to share that email.
No.
I'm trying to choose component speakers that run 120 watts RMS. Would you do Focal or Alpine X? I heard both, and I feel like the Focal is too bright, but Alpine plays with precision. Thoughts? Listen, my thoughts don't matter. If you like the way the Alpine X sound, that is a phenomenal speaker. Oh my God, if you have room for that tweeter, and that's the sound you look, they're just awesome speakers. So by all means, get the Alpine X-Type. You'll not be disappointed. We have never done a pair in a car where somebody's come back and said, I don't know, man. I don't know, maybe. No, it's a phenomenal speaker. It does. The tweeter is definitely more tame than the Focal tweeter, but that's by design. So if you like them, get them. The only thing I could say, if you're up for a third option, I know I'm going to say it, and you know what I'm going to say, is you might want to check out Morel, because if you like the smoothness of that X-Type,
I'm going to say it.
Morel. Yeah, baby. Do they light up when you walk? My name is not Brian Mitchell. My shoes do not light up when I walk. His do. His do. He has. Oh, he was so bummed, man. He lost. He has a light up jacket, a white fluffy jacket.
And he lost it.
And he lost it. He doesn't know where it went. Because he wanted to wear that along with his way too tight American flag bathing suit at Knowledge Fest. Yeah.
You buy shoes? Shoes and bowling balls. There you go.
Yeah, dude, she broke her bowling ball the other night.
How?
Where the holes were, it cracked.
You know, I can see Sue, where like the new commercial, then the Super Bowl commercial that they came out, like Peyton Manning and Alex Morgan, and no, you never see that one?
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm waiting for the correlation somehow.
Know, like
Sue's...
right there, walking in, Sue like.
Oh, she's gonna walk in carrying a bowling ball.
Time. Yeah.
I mean, she bowls enough. Yeah, it's possible. But I will say this: the other night when I was editing, she was watching bowling on the TV. And if you ever have the opportunity to watch bowling, don't just don't. Because if unless you want to feel good about, if you want to feel good about yourself, totally. But you just, like this one guy had like the Jason Kranix do, where it was was doing this whole thing, and like he ended up losing. I think he got like second place, but dude, the whole time it's like I just can't see getting excited about bowling a strike and being like I'm a pimp. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't there for me. I'm like, you're a bowler. I mean, not to pick anything on bowling, like that's a legit thing. I cannot do it, so I suck. If anything starts with the name sport, I'm gonna suck at it. I mean, I can run, but I don't. You know, as Haley says, I don't really consider that a sport. I'm like, it's in the Olympics, bro. She's like, it's still not a sport. I'm like, whatever.
All right, let's keep going.
All right, hold on. Let's just get to the end.
Oh wow.
They talked about the new Focals. They look cool. Yes, we did talk about the new Focals this morning, actually. The new gray fiber, slate fiber.
Oh, I was like...
It took me a minute because it's like it's a brand new name. Okay. Yes, if you want to see more about slate fiber, obviously it's on focal-usa.com. You can check those out, or if you want to, we talked about them this morning on the news. That is on Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo Clips. Is the channel we do the news on 9 o'clock every morning. Sure watched both of them growing up. I must be talking about golf and bowling. And I didn't see it, I'm just guessing. Dean, have you ever used a relay isolator on any of your installs for extra batteries? All the time, actually. And I'm going to let you on a little tip to make your battery relay installation just a little bit cooler. Because here's the problem you run into with the battery relay installation. They tell you to hook it up to ignition so that when the car is on, the two batteries are connected. The problem with that is that if you're playing your stereo and the car is on, meaning not running, just parking lot pounder, your both batteries are going to go dead because you open the relay up because it's connected to true ignition. And so you're going to drive away with two dead batteries. That kind of sucks. There's a way that they finally came up with to solve that. And I'm going to tell you what to do because I know you're like, oh my gosh, tell me. I just need to know. And it's Friday. We're having fun. Pack Audio makes a little piece that is right here hanging on the shelf. You can order it probably on Amazon or any other place. It's called an ING3. It's an ING3, and it calls Phantom Ignition Module for CAN bus vehicles. The vehicle with stop-start technology. Now, here's what this thing does. This is really cool. It connects to a constant 12 volts and a ground, and then it has an output. You're going to use that output to go and trigger that isolation relay. What it's looking for is the same thing that we've been using to do remote start for about, 100 years. It's not, but you understand. So when the car is just in the on position and you're jamming out, the two batteries will not be connected because this ignition 3 is in there and it's monitoring what's happening. So you can parking lot pound the crap out of it. Now, when you go to start up and drive away, your front battery is going to be full because the relay never connected. And then, as soon as it sees that voltage change, that 1 volt change between sitting in a parking lot, no run, and then run, and the alternator's on, it's going to connect the two. So it's going to create an ignition circuit. Now, the other cool thing about it is the shutoff, meaning when you turn the ignition off and the voltage goes away, it'll keep the circuit on for 10 seconds or 2 minutes. This is kind of nice because sometimes when you have the ignition turn off and that relay goes cha-tonk, you get a turn-off pop, which blows. So now when you turn the car off, the relay will stay on for 10 seconds so that the system can shut off and then the relay will close. So that's an ING3. It's the coolest thing ever for doing relays like this. That's what we like to use when we do those now. It makes life so much easier. So if that makes sense to you, by all means, go pick yourself up one and put a relay in there. The other tip too, if you're going to do ignition relay, make sure there is a fuse between each battery. So if there's a battery, for example, if we have a battery here, we have a fuse holder here, and if we have a battery here, we have a fuse holder here, and the wire between them is fine, and you can put the relay wherever you want between them. Now, whichever battery you're going to use for the system, make sure that you treat that just like you would a regular system, meaning there's a wire going to come off and another fuse, and it's going to run back. So, in essence, you're going to have 3 fuse holders. And if you don't, you're doing it wrong. Right, Fernando?
That is right.
Yeah. All right, guys, listen, that's it for now. I'm going to see if I can get some soldering done. I'm not because I talked way too long. But you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday, so you know what that means? The show at 6 o'clock.
That's right.
And don't forget, we're going to have a special show Wednesday with yours truly, Brian Schmidt, Mobile Solutions.
And
we'll
talk
talk
people, maybe.
Special guest. We might have a special guest because he's a special guest. We'll have a special guest. We're really hoping he comes on because that would be really cool, and we've never had the opportunity to have him on one of our shows before. So I need a haircut. God, I need a haircut. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.